So it looks like we're a little delayed here. The internet is on fire today with us, but we are on. We are on Cigars and Sports today. Joining me is my man Eric, baby, from Patriot Sports Radio, on his way. All right, as PSR host Chris. All right, he had to take care of some business, but hey, it's been a long time, my dude. How's it going?
It's going great. I mean, I got one wire that's not behaving over here, but I just won't touch it and it'll be fine. I feel optimism like I haven't felt in multiple years. I mean, America is back. We are back like we haven't been back in 100 years. Every day it's another win for common sense. Yesterday, girls sports became girls sports again. No more dudes spiking volleyballs into our daughters' faces, breaking their orbital bones. Now they're going through the books, finding all the money that's being stolen. Maybe we'll even get some of that back. There's hope. There's hope.
I've never seen a month in any presidency like we've seen. And let me tell you something. He did the same shit the first time around. It's what I tell people, right? I voted for the man because he says he's going to do something in his campaign trail. And he does, whether you like it or not. Yeah. And I think people realize that he did that the first time around. This time around, it's on steroids because we're so fucked up, right? From the previous 4 years that he cannot waste any time because it's a long road from here, man. But, hey, man, tax cuts are being presented. You know, love some of the things he did. Everything he did in his campaign trail. The women's sports, you know, hey, next we're probably going to take over some land and we're going to get Buck Wild. He's going to be in the Super Bowl tomorrow. Mr. Donald Trump's going to be in the Super Bowl tomorrow. First president, I think, ever.
President.
Yes. And yep. Because, you know, last sitting president couldn't get out of the damn chair, you know, to get over there because he can't walk that much. But this guy's unreal, man. He's going to be there tomorrow. And I'm loving it, man. Loving it. Life is good again.
I couldn't believe that. No Obama, Clinton, neither of the Bushes never went to a Super Bowl. I'm
surprised with Obama because he's a former athlete and a big sports guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm shocked.
Yeah, you'd think. It wasn't Chicago in the Super Bowl in 2008? I mean,
you're right.
This is inexcusable.
Yeah, you're right. And yes, that's hometown, man. That's freaking hometown. I'm shocked. That's why I'm completely floored. Shout out to B. McCormick in the Rumble chat. Our homie is in. Thank you, B. McCormick. He's a usual. I want to give a special thing, man. The homie he sent me a Malik Neighbors shirt, dude. All right, a jersey, practice jersey. Shout out to B. McCormick, man. He's a real MVP, man. Oh yeah, he's also digging the Trump's America. So you know, hey, I think it's more of America's America, right? That is a message I want to tell people. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because people they use that Trump's America because it's kind of like a connotation. Yeah, you know, he's doing the work, but I think it's an America's America, man. America the way it is today, man. All different forms, sizes, whatever the hell it is it's good to kind of start feeling patriotism again. You know what I'm saying? So that's
the more logical shit we check off the list, it's getting to a point where either you're getting on board with this or you're just not aligned with what America is about.
It's common sense, and I think a lot of libs are starting to flip the page. Whether they did not vote for the man, but they're saying, yeah, well, they're realizing that promises were kept, unlike promises that were unkept for the individuals who they voted for in the previous one. Stephen A. Smith, you know, Bill Mayer, who hates Trump to death, may even say the same shit. He's still gonna hate him. But he's still gonna say the things that, well, guess what, man? What the fuck you guys? You voted for that. You know, he said he was gonna do this. Why are you bitching? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So it's one of those things that, you know, hopefully, I would never trust a politician, but you know, the fact that hopefully a little bit of trust back in public office is, you know, starting to come back to the people, especially after, you know, digging up all the things that we're discovering. You know, it's like you. It's like you find a box outside and it's full of kittens and they all fucking scatter. You know what I mean, dude? It's like,
yep.
Holy shit.
With this USAID thing, it's like you turn on the lights and the roaches stand there and want to fight. And that's not the move. You need to hide and pretend you weren't stealing money, not fight to keep stealing money.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny, bro, because nobody goes into public service to make money, right? To be rich. However, right, it's an unwritten rule that everybody takes a little bit, you know, everybody wets their beak.
And we were all fine with that.
Exactly, because it wasn't hurting the taxpayer.
You're not supposed to jump in the bird bath.
You're not supposed to be worth $20 million when you fucking finish office, okay, dude? You know, maybe you have a couple of $100,000 in the bank. You know, you did some vacations. Somebody paid for your kid's college. Hey, you know, they didn't kill anybody. But, dude, when you got $20 million in the fucking bank, that's a problem. That's a major effing problem.
Something bad happened to get that. Speaking of Trump being at the game, I found on on our friends Bet US are offering, will Donald Trump tweet during the game? Yes is -120. I can't think of a better lock than that. You tell me he's going to sit there and watch
Yeah.
a whole Super Bowl and not fire off one tweet? There's no way.
Absolutely, he will. How much? What is it? Plus 120?
-120.
-120. That's a good bet. That's a good bet,
Yeah.
bro. That's a great bet. That's pretty good, man. Shit.
I figure
Unreal.
the national anthem probably goes over too, just because it's New Orleans. It's
Yep.
John Batiste, from what I've learned via the internet.
No idea who that guy is.
He's a piano guy. If he's playing the piano, he might have other, what do you call them, accompaniments. Then you
Okay.
got to try. I mean, it's New Orleans. This place is over the top. We're gonna.
Well, yeah. Yo, they gotta have some. They gotta have some of those, like saxophonists and trumpets or whatever the case may be. We got to see some street shit, man. I want to see some drums, man.
You get a jazz musician involved,
Yeah.
it could be 5 minutes long.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. Kenny G's gonna bust out of the fucking stands with his with his shit, man. Getting ready to go, man. You know what I mean? Oh man, talking about not Kenny G per se, but Josh Allen got the MVP award last night, man.
Yep.
Look, people scream out numbers, right? If you want to talk about numbers, then you should have given it to Joe Burrow because he had the best numbers offensively, or even Saquon Barkley, who actually meant a lot to that particular team, especially in this playoff run. But I get why people are bitching about not Lamar, but let's not forget that Lamar last year won it when he shouldn't have won it, right? So this is kind of like okay, Lamar, we gave it to you last year, right? Because your team has such a great run with very limited, he didn't have a lot of tools, right? This year he had Derrick Henry, they upgraded the offense. So they kind of it was like Josh Allen stepping into his shoes from last year, and the numbers were not that far off, but
no, they were good enough.
They were good enough.
Sort of like Jokic. They're not going to give him the MVP every year, and these guys all play a lot, most of them in the AFC, and it's basically the same cast of characters every year. But when I saw all the kids at the Children's Hospital made that video congratulating Josh Allen on winning the MVP, that was awesome.
That was really cool.
Yeah, he seems like a top shelf human. But if Bengals make this playoffs, which it's not supposed to matter, does Joe Burrow win the MVP? Maybe.
Again, he's had 5,000 passing yards, which shit doesn't happen often. Led the league in touchdowns, up there in all the offensive categories, completion percentage, everything else, right? QBR. And I mean, crap, dude. He absolutely would have probably won it, hands down.
Yeah, because he put the team on his back there down the stretch to try and get him.
He did.
Get him into the playoffs.
They would have won the first couple games in the season. They should have won that game against New England when they first first game of the season. They would have been in the playoffs, and I think Joe Burrow would have had some hardware to even if they got bounced in the first round, it would have some hardware to show off the Super Bowl here. So
every game matters. There's only 17 of them. Well, pretty soon there will be 18.
That's pretty.
People love symmetry. We need a halfway point. And I think with 18, we'll get a second bye week. And that works for me. Otherwise, I'm all for going back to 16. Because if you look at the garbage starting quarterbacks you have in week 17 and 18, it's like everybody's hurt. Why are we still playing regular season games? Let's put this thing in the playoffs where it matters.
For selfish reasons, I've definitely won that 18 game. Why? Because I would not be taking the day off the day after the Super Bowl. I actually will be off because it's a holiday. So. I'm saying Monday. I mean, I've been taking the Super. Look, as soon as I turn 40, bro, I cannot go back to work the next day. You know what I mean? It's like I can't. I used to all the time, bro. It doesn't matter how much I fucking partied. But dude, as soon as I hit 40, something just clicked and says, dude, you cannot do this to yourself.
Can't do it.
You can't drink this much and then go to bed late and then get up to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm like, the last time I did that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna die, man. So since that day on, man, I've the last 7 Super Bowls, I've been taking that damn day off over and over again, man, and nobody's gonna stop me.
Otherwise, the depression starts at halftime. You look at the clock, and you're like, oh, doing the math, man, if I watch the whole second half, I'm only gonna get 4.5 hours. This is good. Take that all off the table. Put in for that PTO day. The Monday after the Super Bowl.
You know the time, you know the date. You know what I'm saying? First come, first serve. You be the first one. You know what I mean? And go ahead and put it in.
Thing on a Saturday and just nullify the whole problem.
That's true. That's true. You know what? Because football is a Sunday sport.
That's true. It would be weird, Super Bowl Saturday.
Yeah, it would be weird. I mean, I don't know, man. That's actually now you're making me think about that. You know what I'm saying? So
because you got a 2-week break. I mean, it's a big enough.
It is.
I mean, Devonta Smith still limited in practice today, so that worries me.
Nah, as if they're fucking with
Usually
the
2
numbers.
weeks is enough to get healthy.
Yeah, I think they're messing with the numbers. Damn it! I just burned myself trying to light the cigar up. Shit. All right, so who do you? Okay, first and foremost, let's start with the basics here for this game. Keys to victory for each team.
I think the Eagles defense just have to stop them on third down. This is where the Chiefs are winning all these a lot of one-score games, and they're catching a lot of breaks on third downs, or they just have great play calls. And I think that's where the game's going to be won and lost for both teams, is on the Chiefs' third down plays.
Mm-hmm.
But can the Eagles run just enough against Spagnuolo to keep the defense honest? Because I think Jalen Hurts isn't going to be afraid to throw.
No.
Neither is the coaching staff. Kansas City's expecting them to come out and run the ball. Saquon has said multiple times, we want to show people that you can still win a championship running the football down people's throats. And you can, and they will to a certain degree, but you're not beating the Chiefs unless Jalen Hurts throws multiple touchdowns, period.
I'm with you 100%. And I think Jalen Hurts in the first Super Bowl played on an MVP level, right? He did have, I think, that one pick, which kind of turned everything in the clutch time. But however, he had a monster game, throwing the football, running the football. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. The difference makers is, yes, you're right, having Saquon Barkley, and they're going to stack that box, right? That's like mission number one. Stack the damn box. All right, go and stop Saquon. But the difference between Saquon, have we seen all year long, just like Derrick Henry, right? Every time they're going to stack it. They will grind enough to get that one run, 30-yard breakaway that may end up in a score. So it's a big difference. You might see Saquon Barkley catching the football a little more often. We know he could do that as well. I saw that in New York, when we had no offensive line, getting Saquon involved, all right, in the passing game, and he would catch a 5-yard pass and break ankles all the way for make it 20.
I'm surprised they're not throwing him the ball more in Philly.
They don't need to. They don't need to. I mean, they're running at will. It's like, why would you put them in that situation? Yeah. So
why even bother?
But that's huge for them. You're right. Converting on third down, and Cricket and I were talking. The turnover battle, that's always a given, right? You can't turn the football over, whether it's coughing it up or interceptions in any way. Or also, I think you got to watch your penalty as well, because we all know that Kansas City, man, they do have this year have had a history of getting more favorable calls. And again, look, it is what it is, man. You got to beat the champ. You got to knock out the champ. Don't try to go 12 rounds with the champs, because you're going to lose by a split decision. So you got to make it too big to rig, right? That's what the fucking the Bills failed to do. You cannot leave it up to chance. And that 1-yard play that wasn't called a first down, and then having penalties, right? And then that kind of stuff. That's where you got, it needs to be one of those things that you got to almost play perfect football.
Yep. I'm not sure what to make of Ron Torbert being head referee. This guy hasn't been anywhere near a Chiefs game since he handed them the AFC Championship game a couple years ago when they played the Bengals on a 3rd and 9. The Chiefs ran like a 5-yard play, got stopped. The punter came out on the field. The special teams unit is out there. All of a sudden, Torbert comes out and says, "Oh, no, actually, there was some kind of hold or something that we didn't see, so we're going to replay third down." They replay third down. They stop him again. Torbert calls a defensive holding on Eli Apple, which was a legit call. Hands them the first down. And then in the fourth quarter, it was just all penalties on Cincinnati. So after that, they take him off Chiefs games. They said I was listening to Warren Sharp talk about this. He said it's very abnormal, especially for a big team like the Chiefs and one of their best refs like Torbert, for him to not get any more Chiefs games. They said they did this with a guy who screwed the Lions. They took him off Lions games for 2 years. Now he's back. Why? Has he been given the orders to make sure Philadelphia wins this football game, because they cannot hear about the Chiefs conspiracy anymore? It's never been louder, the Chiefs conspiracy crowd. And now they put Ron Torbert, the guy who started the whole thing 2 years ago, on this game. I'm in a pretzel over this.
Hold on thought,
Don't
because
know what it means.
our boy just joined us. My man, listen, I was giving you props. I never seen anybody buy a car and close the deal,
5
bro.
minutes.
All right, like you. You're Jeremy Piven in that movie. Remember that they bought those fucking cars and shit? Like, dude, I'm telling you, what's up, my man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
It's good to see you, Ian. It's good to be on the microphone. I haven't seen E in forever.
Man,
what is up, brother?
I'm good, man. Look, living the dream. Eric was telling me I'm in 70-degree weather out here in t-shirts. It's life is good in Florida, bro. You know what I mean? Life is good in America right now, man.
Bro, the perception has changed, and then Trump walked in, and then he did the change.
Yep.
It is amazing. I felt really good about it. Let me tell you, I looked at that Jeep 2 months ago. I've been tracking that Jeep. That Jeep was $59,000. I just walked out the door at $32,000.
Holy shit! That's what I'm talking about.
Baby. 8 knocked off.
You just gotta talk a lot.
Did you threaten tariffs?
Yeah, you gotta talk a lot.
Doji ain't got shit on you, bro. All right, you know what I mean, dude? I'm telling you, man.
Say
you know what you do?
Or I'm tariffing you.
You wait till a Friday night when everybody's going out, nobody's buying a car, it's fucking cold as fuck, and they just gotta move some fucking iron out the door.
Yep.
And I'm that guy. I want to help you move that iron.
I bought my
Coach
Subaru the night
you went with Coach? You went
game.
No, but me and Coach are the same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad too, man. I am one of those guys, like I was telling Eric earlier. And my wife hates going to the dealership with me because she loves it when I come out with the car. But it's like we spend a lot of time there, and then it's like the walk out, the history back and forth. I mean, I've left and come back, and I'll be like, listen, when we go in there, don't fall in love with the car. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a time that we're going to walk out of there. And, it's been good. The only time that I pay like market value for it was 3 years ago when, nothing. They were not giving any fucking breaks. You know what I mean?
Paid market value 3 years ago. You fucking stole it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It was when I got my fucking my hybrid. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
But by the way, I feel kind of like not emasculated, bro. After you seeing you with a truck, and I send you a picture of the car I bought my wife, which is a red Tesla. So it's like,
I love that. That was a beautiful. I saw the screen. I was like, oh, Elio's buying Teslas.
Oh man, I'm like, hey, listen, it's the least we could do for Elon, right? It's like it's not like it needs the cash.
Absolutely. No, Kate likes Jeeps. I wouldn't fuck with the Jeep because their CEO was a fucking dildo.
There we go.
Excuse my French. But they changed CEOs. Trump's got in office, and now Jeep has a Grand Cherokee Large. So that's
a nice looking vehicle, dude. I saw that. I was
beautiful.
Like, that's badass.
Not bad. Yep.
It's really badass, man. Oh man. So we were talking a little bit of sports, but now let me segue to the to kind of like the intro I want to do with you guys, right? Because I thought about you guys this week, right? And for the audience out there, right? First time they see you coming into the show, tell them again, why did you guys start Patriots Radio? And I remember why, but I want to hear it from you, man. The reason you decided to go podcasting, all right? And I could say it, but I think I'm trying to like boggle your mind. Why did you decide you guys decided to get together? You know what I'm saying? And do your own shit. Come on. Why? Tell everybody why you started this whole thing.
What was her name? His name. We can say his name.
Yeah,
now,
his name is Liam, right? Is that his name?
Yeah,
is
he
Liam,
was
right?
claiming his name was Leah Thomas, and
it's Liam for real, or
female swimmer.
Something Tom. But yeah, so yeah, that was the whole point, right?
And it came all the way full circle. Me and Eric stood in this basement. It's redone now. When we stood down here, it was studs and fucking concrete, right? And I said, hey, the tables are going to fucking turn, man. It's going to be, we're ahead of the game, but they're going to turn.
And let me, this week alone, bro, on National Women's and Girls Day, this happened. Ready? Hold on.
In a few moments, I'll sign a historic executive order to ban men from competing in women's sports. It's about time. My administration will not stand by and watch men beat and batter female athletes. From now on, women's sports will be only for women. In recent years, the radical left has waged an all-out campaign to erase the very concept of biological sex.
Look at Riley Gaines back there, bro. Shut up.
Militant transgender ideology. We're honored to be joined today by many incredible advocates for women's sports, including the brave swimmer at the forefront of this battle. And Riley Gaines is a person that I've been watching With my action this afternoon, we're putting every school receiving taxpayer dollars on notice that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX.
That's the best
and
part,
risk
dude.
federal funding.
Go
There will be no federal funding. With this
There will
executive
be no
order, the
federal
war
funding.
on women's sports is over. We are restoring sanity and common sense, defending the rights and safety and pride of the American people, including our great, great, great female athletes.
Protecting America's girls was one of the main reasons I voted the way I voted.
It's the reason why we started the whole podcast.
Exactly.
It was it. That was the founding, like, what the F moment in life.
Yeah.
I
This
remember
can't be all there is.
when I first met you guys, and we all started doing that. I forget what the fantasy league.
Wake and rake.
Well, that was in Wake and Rake. I met you guys at
the
you know what I'm talking
trenches,
about?
baby.
Trenches.
And when your intro was, you know, when you were talking about it, you said, yeah, man, one day I'm fucking watching ESPN and I see this fucking dude like winning races and shit like that, and you know, against women, and then they name him Women of the Year and shit like that. And I was like, this is where I had enough, you know, and so
hopped
Now,
up, told Kate, hey, we gotta make our own shit. This is ridiculous.
Now Elon wants somebody to do a show on X called 69 Minutes. I think we might be perfect for that.
hey, that's a good one. We need to throw our hat, you know, we need to throw a fucking hat in there, man. You know what I mean?
I heard Elon Musk spent $40 million on 5 30-second Super Bowl ads just to talk about all the money he's found out they've been stealing. He's just gonna name names on Super Bowl commercials.
Right now, I'm giving myself a big hug. You know, we deserve a hug. We made it through the 4 years. It was F.
It was the worst, dude. It was
we
the
watched
worst.
him tear the fiber of our country apart.
Yep.
In the Rumble chat, I got McCormick saying there are two genders. Changed my mind. I was like, hey, man, you're not wrong. And I think now people are starting to get it, except for ESPN. They still don't fucking get it, right?
No.
They announced it by saying people who were, you know, given a biological, you know, gender given, you know,
like there's
shit.
There's a gender czar assigning genders at birth.
So you know, we chose to give our son a male, even though he had a penis. You know, he's people,
right?
People. I mean, don't emphasize on the word male because you know it's people. Fuck out of here, dude. I can't.
On a deeper, more cosmic level, this whole thing has really made me believe that there's a spiritual battle between good and evil taking place here on Earth among people. Because some of the bad things that the really bad people have done, there has to be just pure evil behind that.
I think so too.
Some of the things that happen, for him to turn his head at that very moment, and for just 5 or 10 weird coincidences. This Scott, what's his name? Scott up in Pennsylvania, who rallied all the Amish and stuff. It's incredible. It makes you. There has to be something bigger than just us and our egos down here working.
Look, man, not because I'm wearing a cross, but I am a Catholic, so I do believe in God. You know, and I think God does things because I've seen the change in my life, man. You know, and I don't try to Bible thump and change anybody's mind. But since I met my wife, right, and my daughter was born, and everything she's gone through, you know, with her medical needs, special needs, and stuff like that, I have no choice, dude, but to believe that God has definitely blessed my family, my life. I mean, even when I look back, dude, at where I came from, we're born in a communist country, like all the steps that we had to get here, you know, land in a spot in New York, which is like one of the worst neighborhoods and ghettos, right? For me to like get the hell out of there, have a career, you know, be able to afford a home, do all these little things that I was not supposed to, you know. It's like I honestly believe that somebody was watching over me and giving me and guiding me the right way for some particular reason, which at this point I don't know. Maybe it's to be a father, right, and to be a husband of my wife and my kids, but to be her father, you know. So I do believe in I believe in God. I believe that, you know, he had somebody, one of his angels, you know, somebody shining down a fucking light on him and saying, yo, dude, you're not going anywhere just yet. All right. If
you're open to viewing the evidence, the evidence becomes undeniable.
And then it tries to happen again while playing golf, you know, and, you know, thank God it was a dumbass who was trying to assassinate him that time. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, there's, but yeah, man, I think this is really exciting. This is something that, you know, shout out to Riley Gaines, man.
Yes. She
did
incredible work.
She suffered more than anybody because she was the one that got robbed the most. But the fact that she didn't care about all the repercussions during a time
came at her hard.
Exactly. It was the time that there was no backup for the other side, right? For the common sense side. And for her,
No,
like,
she was out on a fucking island out there for a long time.
exactly.
Going on shows.
Going on tours by herself. No security, right? Being the one right now.
Getting took a hostage at UCal.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yep.
Remember that? We did a show
Yeah,
that
they
night.
straight up kidnapped her.
Yes.
She was what, 21 years old? You know what I'm saying, dude? I mean, that's like 21 years old, man. You're still a kid, bro. I mean, yeah, you're an adult, but you know, you've got to like getting over being a teenager, man. And you know, and you're just trying to worry about passing exams in college and eventually what job are you going to get? Well, this girl is like fighting. I mean, she's like 4'11", bro. You know what I'm saying? Fighting the world, man. People going after. I mean, like, man, I'm telling you, man, it's there's things that happen and people that put in certain places in life, man, to kind of rally, right, and to lead a charge. And you know, shit, man, shout out to her because she was definitely one of them. And she fought, man. She got recognized, and she never gave up, man. Most people would have. Why the fuck would you want to keep fighting something that you're, you know, swimming against stream? But
absolutely,
she believed it,
bro. Let me tell you something. Watching the Democrats flounder, and I'm not just saying that because I can't stand Democrats. There's a lot of Democrats that I absolutely love. They're good fucking people. I mean, but these fucking woke ass liberal, whatever progressive that whatever that is, that other side, that faction that hijacked the party,
the fucking communists in my book.
Yes, watching them fucking just absolutely hand Trump win after win, and then go out there and just look like complete jackasses. They are getting beat. They're getting clubbed like baby seals right now on the daily, and it's phenomenal to watch because what it is really is just. It's just common sense and truth coming out and just light just being shined on them. Killing USAID is that might be the end of the progressive party. The Democrats, this like MAGA's a huge fucking tent.
It is.
It can't live like that forever. But because the 80s, 70s, 80s Democrats and the 70s, 80s conservatives are all in that tent. Right now. But I don't know that Gen X, we're just a little bit of a different fucking breed than the rest of them.
Yep.
And we tend to put our political aside, but we're all have common sense and go, fuck you.
And a lot of it wasn't just Gen X, man. We saw a shift in the younger vote and not the alpha.
It skipped the millennials. But then the next one, like my daughters, all our kids' generation, Riley in college, she's got fucking fuck Harris on her dorm room and fucking Post-it notes. That didn't happen in 20.
No.
That didn't happen in 16.
I mean, look at the reason why there was such a huge shift is because you had influencers, conservative influencers in their mid-20s, early 30s going out there and a big issue and a big factor why they were all being heard is because Elon Musk bought X and stopped fucking suppressing information from any side. He just left it wide open. And then you know, because I remember I would tell my wife, I'm like, dude, babe, I was like, but I don't see any young person. All they're doing is protesting. I was like, no, there's a big movement that's just being suppressed. Right. I remember seeing it during the first when Trump would try to rerun again when Biden won. And when that act completely shift, man, you saw Trump going to freaking like, you know, Adam Ross or whatever his name is. I have no idea who these kids are, but they have like millions and millions of followers, right? And all these podcasters and all these young guys, and all of a sudden they're all like, you know, it's cool again. Colleges. When did you see colleges, right? You know, doing this shit, athletes. And that's what I guess that generation who didn't vote back in that past election voted this time, and they voted a different way for the first time. So
yes, I have pictures of University of Iowa where Peanut was on election night. That was a big effing party. That was the MAGA party down there. It was huge. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, once you suppress the speech and tell people you have to live a certain way, you become the strict authoritarian, and now it becomes cool to do the other thing.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. When you had the government funding $8 million to political, and what does political only pushes out, right? You know, it's funny. They all get pissed off that Elon is on this side, but they forget about Soros, who owns 90% of all the fucking mainstream media, who pushes that same narrative, who has everybody in their pocket, who funds all these guys to run and all that kind of shit. They forget about that now. They forget to put a medal. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
5 minutes ago, Elon, Rogan, Trump, the list goes on and on. We're all Democrats. 5 minutes ago, they did that to themselves. They pushed them themselves. Joe Rogan didn't wake up and be like, "God damn, I pray I'm conservative today." No, he
Nope.
did not. You
No.
shoved him over there with idiotic actions over
Yep.
and over and over, just parroting the talking points. Just ridiculous. How and Elon didn't do anything but just lift his hands off of it.
That's it.
Yeah. They all loved
The
Elon.
majority of America is normal. I'm not going to say conservative
No, it's not. It
or
is. It is.
liberal.
Yep.
I'm
No,
not going to say
both.
that, but we're
Both.
fucking normal.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
it was insane, dude. It was insane. Looking at these people, like they're all like, pushing that, Elon's running the country, which he's not, dude. You know what I mean? Come on. He's doing a job that he's getting assigned to, and he has a team of
That he's
people.
really good at.
Fucking A, look what he did to Twitter. He fired
Yes.
80% of the fucking staff. All right. What does that tell you? And now it's running better than ever, so hey, that's the problem.
This guy built SpaceX, Tesla. This guy built them in record times.
Yep.
He built he's done some homes that should take 5 years and 3 months. This dude is a logistical he's a genius. And he knows the right people, and he knows how to pair them. And then he also doesn't sleep or something. He's like a fucking vampire, and it's great. And that's really how successful people roll, right? They go in those 72-hour spurts. They go a week, then they take a nap. That's how they beat you. They beat you by working while you're sleeping. They're just
and he's not afraid of.
They don't care about being uncomfortable. They're okay with it.
He's not afraid to fail because he failed and came back up, which is that's the
it's
biggest
not even
part of
failing to him.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
it's just learning what didn't work.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
That's
man. And he
all it
does.
is.
You're right. He does hire the top engineers. He hire the top because that's what successful people do. You surround yourself with individuals, all right, that make your job and your life a whole lot easier, make you look good, and you reward them for them. That's it.
You can't have an ego in that. You gotta.
And he says it.
I have no doubt that the dude who calls himself Big Balls is extremely smart and is doing exactly the job we need him to do.
100%.
Oh, wow.
I think they said he's 19, but now we find out he's 25. That's fine. I don't care if he's 19. If he's a wizard, if Elon thinks he's the guy, then he's the guy.
Just keep finding our money, bro. Just keep doing that.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
All that stuff is going to go down to where the trickle effect, where we're going to start seeing inflation go down, because that's one of the first steps. You start cutting government spending, and that's the first step to cut inflation. Next is going to be fuel, right? Then we're going to start pumping our own shit. And you remember, it's what I tell people every day.
Down.
Energy is, look, you got the guy that sells the most electric cars, all right, saying you got to keep drilling. You know what I mean? That tells you everything, because he knows, because I need that fuel in order to make those cars. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
we're not there yet. We're just we're not out of fossil fuels, and we're not going to be in our lifetime.
Yeah, no,
and there may be a time, but it's not today. It's not
yet.
today.
It's funny. I don't know if you guys ever watched Landman. Did you watch Landman with Landman is with Billy Bob Thornton, right? It's in
I bet he has.
Dude, it's a great fucking show. It's about oil tycoons, right? And the lawyer is kind of this, she's big into she's not big against she's against like the oil and shit. He goes, and he looks at those what is it, the windmills. He goes, it takes more fuel to make those and fire those. If we don't have any fuel, if we're not drilling from the ground, you can't make those in order to like save your environment and produce that kind of energy. So
I don't think you even break even on a windmill.
No, it's absolutely not, man. So
have you ever seen those blades going down the freeway? It takes a whole truck to transport one.
Yeah,
blade.
dude, that's right. Now that you mentioned that, absolutely, man.
Hey, bro, do you know how much fucking air conditioning it takes to keep that fucking thing cool? It is on another level.
They got HVAC systems in the windmill,
bro. Yes, we do them.
Yeah, we got McCormick.
Things are saving us money.
McCormick is like screaming, "I want my money back for the last few years." He's
Every
completely
tech
right.
that works on them is making a bunch of money because it's a windmill. Not anybody, anybody can work on that thing.
No, it's not.
It's
not.
And then eventually, it's a rusted out eyesore.
Yeah, man. Then you got Don
And
Quixote.
it costs too much to take them down, so they just leave them up. Trump was talking about what pieces of shit windmills are.
Ridiculous.
Oh man,
ridiculous. Oh my god.
All right, guys, let's get back here to the Super Bowl. What do you guys? So me and Eric. So Eric, you left off on what's the name of the referee again that they brought back for like the first time?
Ron Torbert.
This guy was the last time he did a Chiefs game. It was the AFC Championship game, and of course they won, right?
Yep, with the Bengals. It was 20-20, and then Ron Torbert.
Are they
handed the
bringing
Chiefs
him into
game.
the fucking ref the game?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
That's-
For what? That is
I
a
don't know.
bad look. The optics are awful. What are we doing?
That's why I think he's got to be pushing the Chiefs or the Eagles to win this game.
I think it's the other way around, man. I think the NFL wants the Chiefs to three-peat. They want them to make history.
And this is their way of making sure. And
Yeah.
they don't care if we know.
It's bad.
Could be.
This is like Congress, bro. You know what I mean, bro? They gotta go ahead and this is like the Biden administration.
Yeah, we're
They
just
gotta
going to
fucking
do it right.
They're
here
gonna
in
do it,
Vegas.
yeah. And they don't care if you know that is rigged, right? They don't give a shit. You know, it's
Is that what the Eagles? The Eagles are in there too big to rig. We gotta score 50.
that's why I told the same thing. You cannot leave it up. You cannot leave it close.
No.
Look what happened to the Bills.
Yes.
You got it. It has to be too big to rig, man. They have to go in there like, I don't know, man.
Gotta be.
Man. Oh, so
Oh.
it's a well, go ahead, Eric. I mean Chris. You were saying?
Well, I was gonna talk a little bit. Saquon Barkley. Has he got 2 touchdowns into me?
It's tough, man. They gotta stack that box. I don't know about 2 touchdowns, man. I think this is gonna be one of those that I was telling Eric. He's gonna get carries, no doubt about it. Because I think this game's gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Top 2 defenses in the league, right? Good guys down the middle, right? Jalen Carter. If you have also Jones on the other side. I don't know if multiple touchdowns is gonna be the play here for him, but I think he might get loose for 1. You know, and his touchdowns are gonna be like he's gonna get off after like running the ball maybe 20 times, and maybe in the third or the fourth quarter he's gonna roll one off for 30 yards. But I don't know about multiple touchdowns. It's tough. What are the odds on that? Let me see.
I don't know. They probably like Saquon to score. I think his 1 touchdown is like minus.
Let me see. 2
200.
plus. Yeah, 2 plus right now. 275 for Saquon. I'm looking at Action Network here. Plus 275 for 2+ touchdown for Saquon. Jalen plus 575. I like that, man. I like that plus 575 for Jalen. That might be a play. I got a couple of picks I'm gonna rattle up later on. But yeah, man. I don't know about 2+ touchdowns for Saquon.
The Saquon octopus is 20-1. He scores the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Really, Saquon and Jalen Hurts are the only Kelsey, I guess. There's your 3 dudes who get the octopus.
I can't stand Philly. I'm a Giants fan. I hate fucking Philadelphia. However, I'm still a Saquon Barkley fan, right? Because and you know he's not playing with us, but I am happy that this dude has been able to showcase his greatness, right, in the right stage. Because he could not in 1,000 fucking years with the Giants, this guy was able to accomplish, 2,000 yards, getting in the playoffs, and showing how great he is, right? Because he's the reason why the damn Eagles are in the playoffs, are in the Super Bowl. I mean, he carried the squad, when their pass game has been anemic, right? And I'm telling you, man, I'm happy for seeing it. So, I'm not rooting for the Eagles. I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs win. I don't know, man. I just want Saquon to probably have a good game. Focusing hard on the prop betting, and I may not fade the Chiefs because it's always a bad idea, especially when they got the refs on their side. So,
I had a future. I had 3 futures. I had the Chiefs, so I got one in. I had the Lions, and I had the Packers.
Okay, so you got one in, man.
He's alive.
I got a live one. I'm alive. I put those futures in about 30 minutes after last year's Super Bowl. They had some specials on BetUS, so I took them.
That's pretty good. That's really good, man. That's really good. Hey, man, chances are good. Chances are good, man. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and it's going to be a very methodical. Who can outwill the other team?
It's a coach, yeah.
And that's the
coaching in there.
The advantage definitely goes Andy Reid, because we've seen it do it year after year, making the
Walrus.
adjustments. Yeah.
He's the man. He is the man. He's the man to beat. Obviously, if we're talking about a 3-peat, I mean, it's his show.
Let me ask you a question. Talking about 3-peat, right? He wins 3 in a row, whatever, all his accolades, right? Multiple Super Bowl visits, stuff like that, whatever. Does that put him in the conversation, top 2, maybe 1A, 1B?
Yeah, I mean, who do you put? Can you put him ahead of Bill Walsh, Lombardi? You could probably put him ahead of Madden. I mean, there's a lot of, and then Belichick, obviously.
Bill Belichick.
Tom Landry, Don Shula. Well, Shula only got to 1 Super
See, here's
Bowl,
the thing. Yeah, he only got to 1, man. I think we're talking more Belichick. You know what I'm saying?
I think Shula just had really good branding and PR, and he's a cool-looking guy.
Yes,
More
that's
so
what's
than
some
he's
of
a
it
great
right there.
coach.
And it's Miami. And it's Miami, bro. It's Miami, man. Look. But let me tell you something, dude. Nobody's having a better Super Bowl than this guy right here.
Bro, what is that? What is
crushing
she?
That's Bill Belichick. That's his girlfriend, dude. That's his 26-year-old girlfriend, bro.
Huh.
Clam Chowder Bill, baby. He is living his best life post.
Is that what happens to
England.
these coaches when they retire and go home and figure out that the wives they don't like each other?
Yep. Like, oh,
'Cause they
this
just
is
never
why
lived
I
together?
worked. This is why I was at work 350 days a year.
Did you
Yeah.
see last night Snoop Dogg in the Hall of Fame, whatever the award ceremony? He was
No.
like, he did see. So one of his bid was like, I'm old enough now, man, that I remember seeing the Chiefs suck. I'm old enough to see the the Dallas Cowboys be good back then and not suck anymore. I'm also like old enough to recognize that Bill Belichick's girlfriend wasn't born yet, in the 90s. So that was hilarious. And she looks at him like stunned, but she thought it was funny. Yeah, she's like 26, 27 years old, bro. She loves Bill's mind. That's she fell in love with Bill's intellectuality,
That's
bro.
crazy. The girl was in kindergarten when we graduated high school.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't.
He's living
I
his best life.
mean, okay.
Got to win a bunch of Super Bowls.
What is he really doing with her though? Like what was really
Yeah.
happening? You ain't fucking knocking the bottom out of that kid.
No. Well, Bluetooth Cialis nowadays are a lot more.
Bro, he's
sure,
old.
they're-
He's old.
Yeah.
He ain't even, dude, I'm almost 50 and I don't have it in my hips like I did in my 20s. That dude
No.
don't have it. Get the fuck out
Oh,
of here.
excuse me. You're right about that.
Hey, let me tell you. That's okay though when you're that age and you have money and everybody knows it. You know it. She knows it. We all know
Yep.
it. And fuck
Yep.
you.
You
And
can't
I'm
take
doing
it with you,
anyway.
man. They can't
I'm
take the
doing
money
it
with you.
anyways. Yeah.
They can't take the money with you. Let me go ahead and see what I could buy that you can't buy.
Yeah. It don't have to be hard. It still goes in her mouth, motherfucker. Okay. Hey, I ain't trying to hate you. Do you think, Bill?
Yep.
No, look, man. He reminds me of my uncle. Now that you mentioned this, I got a true story. My uncle and my dad's not here, but they're twins, right? I think my uncle right now it's like 78. My dad would have been 78. When my uncle divorced his wife, right? My dad was still alive. He was like 64. He divorces his wife, goes back to Cuba, to visit, comes back home with a 26-year-old. Impregnates this 26-year-old girl.
That's Cubans are different than white dudes, so that's not Bill Belichick ain't doing that. Cubans, you guys don't age like we do, okay?
Dude, he this is my cousin, right? He has kids who are in their kids our ages, 40s and 50s, right? They're kids with like grandkids who are older, all right, than his daughter.
Baby.
She's like my son's age, right? Because I had kids late. She's like my son's Cameron's age, who's 7 years old. And it's funny, bro, because everybody was like, the kids, it was like that shit ain't yours, man. I was like, what do you mean? It's like, so anyway, they bitched so much about DNA. Yeah, they was like, I think I can get it all. He's like, and he was like, did a DNA test. Guess what, man? Fucking kid is his.
Straight up. Yeah, he gets that. Cubans are different.
Oh man, it's funny every time I see my uncle. Hey, his nickname is
a whole cup of coffee in one sip. They're
Yeah.
serious down there.
Oh, you got to see the amount of fucking coffee I drink, man. On the daily basis.
His nickname's real motherfucking G.
Well, his nickname all his life has been in Spanish is salchicha, so in translation is sausage. Because him and my dad were twins. So him and my dad.
Hey, story checks out.
Correct. That math checks out.
Yeah, dude, he does, man. It's funny. Every time I see him a couple times a year because he lives 2 hours away. And every time I see the little kid, I'm like, oh man, my wife is like, his wife is my wife's age. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's funny.
Sure.
Yeah, it's my wife's age. It's like, so she's like my age. I was like, yeah, honey, that's how we get down, man. Don't mess with me.
Sometimes it ain't all about the money.
Oh,
Ask sausage, he'll tell you.
yeah. No, you just need to get somebody a visa, bro. And you're good to go. You know what I mean? It's one. A visa is almost as good as money when it comes to a communist country. You want to get out, man. All right.
No, hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh man. Did you guys watch some of the interviews that actually popped off during the there was some funny shit, man. Let me show you something. So there was and I don't know if this is definitely real. Let me go get my stuff here. So during press week and all that good stuff,
Radio Row
and all that shit here. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes. And this is legit, dude. You got to see some of the questions Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were asked. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go ahead and I had it, but let me go ahead and share this real quick. Listen to the question Patrick Mahomes was asked.
Patrick, for your whole career, you have had so many great people help you win. So who is your favorite ref?
No, all the refs are great, man. All the refs are great. They do the best they can. We go out there and play the game the right way.
Is there one that you give a Christmas card to every year, possibly?
Not that I can remember. I'll have to talk to some of my teammates and try to figure it out.
Dude, he actually answered the question with a straight face. He was trying to laugh.
No, he's not even like he's not aware enough to know that he's like, hey, mother.
Who's your favorite ref?
Self-awareness, Patrick. Self-awareness is important.
Oh, man. You got to give this guy credit, though, man. He is taking the GOAT conversation to another level, man. You know what I mean? It's funny. I see him and Andy Reid and is watching the whole Belichick and Brady rule over again. You know what I mean, dude? It's like, he doesn't have to have a great year. I'm still going to take you to the Super Bowl. He doesn't have to have, Tyreek Hill in his team. I'm still going to go take you to the Super Bowl and win games. Me and Andy Reid got this.
That was the most unimpressive great season I've seen in a long time.
What do you won two? You lost 2 games, but it didn't look great.
It didn't.
It's like,
it never felt like you were going to win.
No, it's like they're done. Every game you felt like, these guys are done. All right, that's it, man. The dynasty's over. Fucking A, man.
Still
Look,
winning.
they're back in the Super Bowl. All right,
So
let me
did
see.
they win, or did Jared, or did Allen lose? Which one was that?
I think at the end of the day, even though there was some questionable calls, the Bills needed to go the extra mile, right? There was a couple of bad plays here, that was the first down, no doubt about it, that conversion. But you got, like I said, we say too big to rig just to fuck around, but it's true. You cannot leave it up to the hands. It's like a heavyweight fight. When you used to fight Mike Tyson back in the day, bro, you had to knock Mike out, right? It's the only way Buster Douglas won, because you were not going to beat him. You can't leave it to the refs. It's going to be a split decision. They're always going to give it to the champ to keep the belt with the champ.
Yes. Always.
That push was not working. They never even tried to go to the right. Later on, the Chiefs defensive players said if they went to the right, we don't know what we would have done. They probably would have got a first down. Like, I put it on that a lot. That's why I put it on Josh Allen, because you needed to audible out of one of those 3 tush pushes that was not going to work.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you got to put it on Josh. He's the quarterback. Great season for him.
But I don't know if McDermott is the kind of guy that's
he's not that guy
to a Super Bowl. I think he might have to get rid of him.
He's not that guy. Neither is probably Sirianni. You know what I mean?
No.
So to actually win a Super Bowl, he's gone to 2, and that's the difference, man. The Chiefs are just, they're more prepared every single time. The adjustments is huge, and they're gonna adjust. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I got one more. Travis Kelce also was approached.
Like it.
Yep. Let me see here. I got another one here. Travis Kelce was approached as well. Let me go move back over here. And this has to do with hold on a second. Let me just get back.
Or
Here.
phantom 15-yard roughing the pass.
Here you go. Another referee question here. All right.
Travis, what do you love more, Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalties in the playoffs?
Anybody else?
He was a bad sport, unlike Mahomes.
What did he say?
He said, anybody else?
Oh,
He didn't say that. He was unlike Mahomes, who actually went and answered the question.
yeah, he should have said Taylor Swift. I think he hears about that at dinner. That was probably a dumb answer. Rookie move right there.
I can't believe those two are still together, though, man.
They're paid good money, brother. Pfizer's got that hooked up.
I think they're like, oh, listen, we're going to hang around as much as we can and make it work because, we're both benefiting and we're making a lot of money. I'm like, holy crap, man. It's
Or they love each other. I guess that's a thing, too. Whatever.
It could be. It could be. Nah, it could be.
Yeah,
I'm still not sold on it.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
Because he could get a hot chick. He doesn't need to date.
Did you see his ex?
He's got money.
That's the thing.
Did you see his ex?
Every girl he's ever dated has been curvaceous and ethnic. And all of a sudden he likes a skinny beanpole white girl who's used to sing country
Olive oil.
music.
Yeah,
Dude, she's a good-looking girl, but it's not like the speed this guy's used to. You know what I mean? It's like when you see the other ones, I'm like, holy crap! Talk about like I'm like, hell yeah, man. That's
he wants a Kim Kardashian. Kim
Yeah.
Kardashian or like an Ice Spice. He doesn't want
olive oil
type.
It's weird. So that's why I think it's more of maybe it's all being just a charade right now, just because we're all making money. The NFL's making money. You're making money. I'm getting endorsements. You know, I'm taking the job.
If that's all the truth, E, then we should all be betting the Chiefs tomorrow because
look,
the story's been written.
When we get to the bets, I'm going to tell you, cricket made a lot of sense, right? This past Monday when we spoke about this.
Yeah, he did.
He does that.
He fucking goes. He goes. Not only I'm going to root.
Real buzzkill sometimes.
Yeah, I'm going to root like hell for the Eagles, but the Chiefs are going to win. So I'm putting my money at 1.5 on the Chiefs, and then I'm also betting -3 for the Chiefs as well because I think it's going to come down to a field goal. And if you think about it, that's been the way the fucking Chiefs have won all freaking year long, right? Including last playoffs. It's got to come down to a field goal. And -3, you got to get plus money.
It hasn't been impressive.
No,
I can tell you that.
So, you know, I look at cricket, I'm like, cricket, you're fucking right, dude. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Usually is.
We have another one here. This is, let me see here. We have another, I got another video here with Travis Kelce as well. And this was actually shout out. This is, you know, this is how much the world has turned here, my friend.
No matter who the president is.
Hold on a second. Let me get this back. They asked him this question. And a couple of years ago, you would not be this is Travis Kelce again. You would not be able to get this answer from any athlete.
It's a great honor. I think you know, no matter who the president is, I know I'm excited because it's the biggest game of my life, you know, and having the president there, you know, it's the best country in the world. So it'd be very cool.
Wow.
Can you believe that, bro? I'm telling you, man, it's like we are watching a complete turnaround.
Yeah,
it is
180.
insane.
Eric,
all the UFC fighters all walk by and like give them their respect. All these guys from Dagestan and wherever, the whole world gets it.
Listen, dude.
Hey, we knew this was going to happen.
It makes too much sense.
I just didn't. What I didn't know was that
this fast
they were going to push it that hard, that fast, and that it was the great equalizer was Elon buying X. That equalized the play.
That's what I was. Yep, that was huge.
And then it was just ideas versus ideas, and it was no contest.
And they lose that every
There's
time.
no contest.
And then as soon as this happened, you got Fuckerberg over there. Oh, we're revamping our entire, you know, algorithm here because, you know, and then he goes out, you know, on record saying, yeah, man, the Biden's administration was calling our asses and screaming at my staff, telling him, put the shit down, get it down from there. Crooked Biden, no, take it, you know what I mean? So
like,
he's like,
okay, so if you had any balls, you could have stood up to it right then and there, is what you're saying.
So Trump sues Meta for $1 billion. They settle out of court for $25 million, and a week later, Zuck starts hitting the podcast scene talking about I fucked that all up. You think that was in the settlement, don't you?
Absolutely, dude. He's like, F you, bro. You know, first of all, you know,
not only do I want 25 million, I want you to go around to every podcast and suck my dick for a while. Okay.
Dude, every media source, and it's not over yet because Melania, it's on a fucking suing rampage as well. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Took 900 mil from the View, I think.
Just say goodbye to that fucking show, bro. That's the budget for like I mean that show is already on red, you know, on just because they're so bad. Now they just lost any possible funding to like bring them on next season. You know what I mean? It's.
And look, he just said something about the press secretary, and now she's suing them too.
That's the only way it's gonna happen when you hit them in the pocket, dude.
Because that's what they do. Because that's what they do.
You can't lie,
do
bro.
No.
You can't fucking lie, man. You can't defame. You can't lie. That's all there in the books. There's the reason why there's a judicial system. As bad as it's been in the last few years, it has to be there for something. You know, there's a checks and balances. There's a reason why everybody comes here because other countries, the checks and balances is the government, and the government tells you what to do, you know, at all times.
I don't even think we've seen the real meltdown yet.
No.
I don't think we see the real meltdown till the fucking 3 that are in the hearings come out. Patel, Tulsi, and RFK. I think that's whenever the Democrats fucking take a gun to the fucking side of their brain.
And they're trying not to make sure this doesn't happen. And I think that's when when you start seeing a couple of these individuals walk out of the Congress floor on handcuffs. All right, because they're gonna find.
Oh my God! Yes,
yes.
Please, God, yes.
That'd
We
be
need that in our
amazing.
life. If we could get that done for the halftime show on Sunday, Trump, that'd be phenomenal.
Dude, do you think there's got to be some bureaucrats who are canceling Super Bowl parties because they're real worried about what's going to be in those commercials?
Well, yeah, and they're about to go fucking buy plane tickets and try to get the fuck out of here. You know, all that middle management and bureaucracy are like $200,000 to $500,000 a year for fucking bubble baths and mimosas.
Dude,
And
it's crazy.
I just can't. And they'll be like, well, this he runs a nonprofit, blah blah blah. He gets 80,000, but he runs 6 of them.
Yep.
6 of them, and they all do. Jesus Christ!
You cannot amount to a net worth of $10 to $15 million on a government salary of 170 grand. Okay,
Hey,
the math doesn't fucking math.
Hey, just for Elio's audience, I'm looking forward to all the swamp creatures getting walked out of there. I don't give a fuck if they have a D or an R. If you've been stealing our fucking money, fuck you.
I am an open game with anybody in the government that does something wrong. I don't care if you're red, blue. I think anybody. Look, Mitch McConnell needs to go.
Fuck
He's
him.
just another one. You know, you got a bunch of the
There's
other ones.
gonna be a bunch of them, boys and girls. And
even
I
people I
want to
think are
watch it.
cool. If
Yes.
you've tricked me into voting for you in the past, and I think you're cool right now, and I find out that you've been stealing, you can get the fuck out.
Yeah,
too.
I won't. You won't me see checking your box next election. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, B. McCormick on Rumble's making a really good point here. I completely fucking forgot about that. He says Travis Kelce said he was gonna leave if Trump got elected.
Yes.
We're waiting patiently for him, but that's not what. Play that again.
Yeah.
That's really what he said. I do remember that. He did say that.
Ready? He's there. There we go. I'm gonna play that again.
It's a great honor. I think, you know, no matter who the president is, I know I'm excited because it's the biggest game of my life, you know, and having the president there, you know, it's the best country in the world. So it'd be very cool.
It's the best country in the world now. You know what I'm saying? But he's not leaving.
Well,
and his girl also said that she was gonna fucking leave as well.
Yes, 100%. So here's the deal. This is what I believe. I don't think any of them give a fuck about politics. They're just going with whatever's going to sell jerseys. And clearly we can see that the country is shifted, that these fucking Democrats up there screaming, but they're only screaming into mirrors right now because Travis Kelce is saying that because his publicist is like, hey, bro, it's a 70-30 deal right now.
Yes.
Get on board or we're fucked.
Great point to McCormick. Hey, McCormick is a real MVP, man. This guy, by the way, McCormick gonna have some picks later on, man. This guy also, he slammed the books this year, man. He slammed the books so much, man, that he sent me a Malik Neighbors jersey, dude. This guy's the real deal, man. This guy's the man. I appreciate you, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, shout out to all the UPS drivers out there. I told him my best friend been working for UPS all his life, and I'm like, these are the hardest working people out there, especially during like the Christmas season, dude. They don't get a break.
Yeah, dude.
They don't get a break, man.
My buddy Bill runs a UPS truck up here. He's a big Notre Dame fan. Shout out. Yep. Those guys fucking work some overtime.
They do,
but
man.
they get paid too.
They do. Especially after the last time the union, the strike that they went to. They fucking, they're doing well. They're doing well for themselves, man. But they earn it. They earn it. They deserve it anyway. So, no, I agree with you. I think you got all these people coming out of the woodwork, man. You know, like I told him, when you got Stephen A. Smith, you know, making sense, even though he's not going to vote Republican, but he's giving props, using common sense. Bill Mayer, who hates Trump to death.
Well, he's come all the way around, bro.
Yeah. You know, it's like,
he had Luke Bryan on his podcast last, and
he did.
He come all the way around. He's not even.
You know, bro, listen, shut up. You know, we also have a Cuban in the, the head of state. So Marco Rubio is going to take some ass and slap him out there.
Dude, he walked in there and fired 10,000 people. That's the man. I like that guy.
Then he went down and took Panama.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, let me tell you something.
Too, bitch.
This is how crazy it is, right? You fucking throw a threat. The man fires back with tariffs. 30 minutes later, I give me all the fucking immigrants. I'll take them back. A day later.
Actually, we'll send the plane.
Yeah, exactly. I'll send my presidential plane. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send Columbia Air Force One to fucking pick all these assholes up.
Using your gas money.
It's all right, man. No, oil is very expensive. We're next to Venezuela. We'll grab that shit. And then you have Mexico playing hardball, and then all of a sudden they're sending 10,000 troops to the other side of the border in order to stop everybody coming in. Canada, I was like, oh, fuck you guys. We're not going to send you our maple syrup anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right, motherfucker.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
Right,
go ahead.
Dude.
It's funny. My wife and I talk about this, right? I'm like, we're the biggest customers of the entire world, right?
Yeah.
If you tax us and we don't buy it, this country can actually bankrupt countries out there in the
We're
world.
the only ones that spend money like this. We're the only
Exactly.
fucking consuming idiots on the fucking
Mhm.
planet that buy our happiness on the daily. Nobody
Yeah.
else does that shit.
No,
You
no.
need us, bro.
It only seems normal because we're all doing it.
This
As-
desk right here probably funded a whole family in China. Like
Absolutely,
everything
dude.
on it. Come on, man.
Dude, the
You
microphones
can't
we're
live
talking.
without us.
The
Yes.
microphones we're using right now, dude. Definitely.
You can't live without us.
It pay for some kids to, like, go to college, man. I'm telling you, man, right now. These
Yep.
All
Yeah.
these Democrats talking about China's gonna break us. I'm like, are they though? Are they? Are they? Are you? Okay. No math. 70% of American children are deficient in math, and it shows. Okay,
It is.
It shows.
Not one child in Illinois public schools reads at their grade level.
No.
There's not one
How
fifth grader
many?
who reads at a 5th grade level. There's not one 10th grader who reads at a 10th grade level.
And they probably spend more on pupils than anywhere else. And I
Yeah.
know America spends more time in school because
They're
it's really
spending like 20 grand per student.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
god, dude!
That's gonna get shut down pretty soon too. I think.
It's
all that-
done.
yeah.
They
just
tried
keep-
to. Did you watch Maxine Waters try to walk
Yes.
in the Department of Education
Yeah.
today? They
That
said
dude,
no.
that dude is going viral. All right, whoever
I love
that
that dude.
staffer, that dude's there standing strong. I already showed you my ID once. What? Show it to her now. No. Let me see your ID. I already showed it to you
Oh,
once.
fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm staying here. You're not coming in. That's it. The guy was stone cold, man. That dude can. What are the name of those guards in the UK where you can, like, stay in their face and you can, like, get another the one move? That guy can get a job there one day because he was just stone cold, not saying anything, but everybody was protesting outside of the fucking door. You got to let us in. We're not going in. By the way, Maxine Water has a $4.6 million mansion.
She
Let that
fucking
sink
went
in.
into Congress broke on a
Yep.
fucking public servant salary.
Mhm.
Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. That is USAID right there.
Yep.
That is USA, the whole function of it. Let me tell you, B. McCormick, we always want your picks, homie.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, he really.
And we always gonna throw political banter when Elio brings on me for sure, because I'm an idiot with sports, but I love politics.
Oh man, but it's been, you know what? It's going to be an interesting 4 years, and this is the signs of things to come in the first month. Buckle up.
Bro, what is it like just to have a dude in there that goes to work every day? Just that is worth it.
That guy's fucking putting in, he's working 14, 15 hours a day, dude.
I
mean,
I
he went.
fucking love it.
That guy's 78 years old, bro. And he's out there with the energy of a fucking 25-year-old.
And then and this time, see, last time in 2016, he was green. He didn't know what he was doing, and he really did wrap himself around with the swamp. And this time, they fucked him for 4. He is doing it right, bro.
Just like his wife,
right.
Melania, said the same thing. We know what to expect, so we know exactly what to go into. And this time around, there's a reason why he picked his people real quick. I'm like, hey, we're gonna do this, and that's what he said. He was like, with the Joe Rogan podcast that he did. I mean, I watched the whole thing, and my attention span is very short. I cannot do that shit for like 2 hours. And I'm like, dude, when he kept saying, I was like, yeah, the first time around, I was surrounding myself with individuals who did not know the swamp, did not know the world of it. And now this is different. I'm going in, knowing more, and I got some people that I have in mind that are going to come in there that know how this system works, and we're going to go ahead and fucking fix it, and we're going to do things that he'll be able. So he's trying to do a lot of things that doesn't have to go to Congress, right? Which has like closing those departments. He doesn't need that to go to Congress. You know what I mean? Yep. Employing somebody like Elon, and his team, it's something. It's somebody that he could contract, right? To do the audits and stuff like that. That's all stuff that doesn't need to go to Congress.
1099, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do in
You
America.
just take an existing department that's already getting funding and you rename it and you give it a different mission, and it's all fine and legit.
Dude, I've always known.
Hang on. But this is what I think the American public gets wrong. Congress does hold the purse strings. Okay.
Yes, they do.
So they do pass a budget. But the discretionary budget is up to the executive, and that is the president, and he is the head of the executive branch. He makes the calls. It's on him. That's him. The buck stops with him, unless you're Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Well, everybody ate, and there's so many people that made money in this.
So when they're talking about Congress passed the money. It's up to the executives to see where it goes. If they want to give it back, that's up to them. If
That's
there's a
absolutely true.
surplus at the end of the year, there's a fucking surplus. There doesn't
How
always
can we
have
have
to
a
be debt.
How can we have a surplus when there's a bunch of gender confused orangutans out there who need surgery?
Or
Who's going to pay for that besides us?
Who's gonna pay for gay Sesame Street in Iran?
or
I think
condoms
we spent
to
like a quarter billion on transgender animal studies.
how many condoms did we buy for in Iraq or Iran or something like that for AIDS
It was
patients?
in Gaza, bro. That's
Yep.
Gaza.
It came out to like 400 condoms per adult
It's like
male.
$50 million fucking condoms.
No,
Fucking A, man.
you can't even get a goat pregnant. So I don't know.
No, dude.
why.
I mean, there's no money there to bank. So why are you spending money on condoms? You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous.
But the real deal is he is disrupting the deep state. The deep state, I believe, is just, we can call it the NSA, the National Security Administration. It's all of it's the CIA, it's that black box, the CIA, the NSA, all that. Well, all of it kind of goes into that little black box over there, and it's being disrupted right now. It's a phenomenal weapon when used correctly. It's just been turned around to the American public.
Yeah,
It didn't used to be. It used to point the other way. They, after the Patriot Act, and you know what? Fucking Republicans did that. Those motherfuckers, Dick Cheney, that motherfucker did that.
Yep.
So
Mitt
hey,
Romney.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big. I'm a conservative, a constitutional conservative.
Yeah.
I'm not so much a Republican or a Democrat. Like, both of these parties have fucking flown both ways at any given time in our nation's history.
The middle has changed, dude. You know,
Yeah.
which I consider myself a middle individual. You know what I mean? But I've been voting Republican because of the certain things that the left has gone way too drastic. So it's like,
If the right were cutting fucking dicks off, I would be a Democrat today, homie.
Yeah.
Most of us were back in the back in the
Yeah.
80s. Most of us probably were.
Really,
would have been.
in real life right now, I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative in my home. My daughter's gay, my oldest. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not kicked out of the fucking family.
No, see that's
her girlfriend is a fucking daughter-in-law now. You know
that's
what
what
I'm
that's a
saying?
perception people don't
There you
understand. If we don't swing that way from a sense of like, yeah, we got to outcast everybody. That's not what we're talking about here, bro. You know what I mean? It's
No,
like,
the reason why I needed to know an hour is because it's weird at Christmas if I'm supposed to buy a whole family gift. Is it individual gifts?
Yeah,
Is
it's the same thing.
am I just buying for Kylie, but then I leave Kylie out? No, just tell me what's going on so we can get the presents right.
yeah, man,
Exactly.
I tell
don't
every,
care.
it's again, and that's what they try to push, that we're like, you know, the Republicans, like everybody that votes Republican is against all that shit. I was like, no, it's not true. It's not. It's false, bro. You know what I mean, dude? The only thing that people got upset was when they started fucking with the kids. You know what I mean? When you started like pushing narratives down with kids at 7
that
or 8
should have
years
been
old.
everybody's line.
And
Exactly.
that's never going to go away, ladies and gentlemen. We are always going to protect our children.
Yep. Regardless of what the hell they turn to after that, whatever they decide to do, whatever.
Bubble
Yeah.
you're living to over there on the upper East Coast and all over the West Coast, you need to take a tour through the fucking middle of the country and take a temperature check, homie.
Well,
we still
We'll
love our
never
kids
come
out
up
here.
with a cause.
the
that's
West
more
Coast right
important.
now, it's not looking great, dude. They just
I was
fucking.
just last week I was out in LA all week. I was in Orange County. I flew in Monday, flew out Friday.
Yep. Burning.
Disgusting. I hate
Just-
it.
Oh yeah, it smells like piss and fucking horror. And now smoke. You know, it's everything is fucking burned down to the ground, dude. So yeah, keep trying to save fucking fish and shit. You know, and that's what happens. You know, during season. So
Hey, I never left the motel. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like a leadership conferences, and they were all in that hotel, so I didn't have to leave. And I didn't really care to be honest with you.
it's a shame because it's really good weather too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I used to go to Cali. Cali is the most beautiful. California, Oregon, Washington, some of the most beautiful spots in this country. Absolutely fucked in the just effed around by liberals. Just ruined.
The people who say they love the environment.
Yeah. Yet they all drive cars that when it's time for the battery to go dead, is you can't do shit with it.
Hey, we
It's
got
the
our
most-
first bet. We got our first bet for Beeb McCormick.
Let's
Let
go,
me read
Beeb.
it out.
Read it out. Read it out.
Hey, write this down, E, because we're going to use this tomorrow. Jake Elliott over 6.5 kick points. Samaj P. Ryan over 1.5 receptions.
Okay.
Pacheco, Isaiah Pacheco, ATTD. What is that? Help me out.
Anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown. Mahomes, no interception. DeAndre Hopkins, 11.5 plus receiving yards. That's a fucking win, dude. This is gonna win. Jalen Hurts.
I like
no tush push TDs.
I just copy that right now.
I won't even get that line.
So I'm gonna watch this back and write them down. That's a lot. This is awesome.
This is a fucking legit fucking bet. $10 to win six.
No,
that's plus 6,034.
McCormick has done a great
parlay.
Yeah,
that's a parlay, homie. That's a parlay. That's the American parlay. Let's call that.
Let me tell you something.
McCormick
is such a serious dude, bro. That fucking DraftKings, I think, fucking either DraftKings or one of the two, like banned him. Right? McCormick, which sportsbook banned you, dude? They don't allow him anymore because he was bagging him blind.
Bro, this right here is what America's made of.
Yes.
That fucking parlay. I'm fucking playing this parlay.
We are so back.
In fact, I think I'm gonna put $500 on this parlay.
Holy shit! Oh man,
let's
dude,
go.
you just spend money on a truck. He needs to pay off that truck, man. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
We might get that in one fell swoop.
There we go.
One fell swoop.
Oh man, what do you guys think of Jalen, bro? If Jalen wins a Super Bowl, where does that put him in the top quarterbacks in the league?
Well, he's up there. I'll tell you. I watched this kid. Obviously, in Alabama, he came to OU for one season. Kid's a winner, man. This guy is a winner.
He's a horse too, bro. He works hard too. You know what I mean?
He is up against a fucking juggernaut in Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and that's a juggernaut. I mean, that they've been here, they've done that, they understand the routine. That's a big part of it. You know, they know how to win. They know how to win Super Bowls, and that's a deal.
That's a skill, knowing how to win these bigger games.
Yeah, that's a deal. I'm perma-banned from several books. Prize Picks perma-banned him. Bet 365 perma-banned him. Hard Rock Bet perma-banned him. Can I make a shirt, B. McCormick, with you on it and all the casinos that banned you? And can I just put like I know him?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you,
I met this guy. I'm gonna bet online. That's my sports book. They love me. I don't know. No, I want to. Now I'm copying and pasting this, B. I'm going to make this into a shirt. This is phenomenal, dude.
No, that's
a resume right there.
Yeah, that is a resume.
Hey, since we're on the subject, I'll give you a couple here. I like the Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown. Plus,
what is that at?
Let me see. And this is all conservative bets. They're all plus money bets, but I think it's plus 150. We got 165 right now. Plus 165 right now in DraftKings. All right, I like that. I also like an AJ Brown anytime touchdown at plus 180. I like that one too. And these are all the ones that I think. And then also, believe it or not, man, I like Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt has done it 4 of the last 4 games. He's been the feature back in the red zone. Kareem Hunt right now is plus 150 anytime touchdown.
Ooh, I like that. I found a Kareem Hunt over 0.5 receiving yards in the fourth quarter, plus 230.
Oh, wow.
Fourth quarter is going to be Kareem Hunt time, don't you think?
It depends on what the score is. I mean, it's where I think. I like. Let me see. There was another one here. Let me see. AJ. So I'm big on AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown is one of those guys that I might just do like an anytime touchdown parlay with his receiving with the receptions, because I think at the end of the day you gotta have to pass the football, right? Yep. And I'm thinking over 4. I think over 5.5. If he gets 5 receptions, you're looking at plus 105. You know, if he gets over 5.5 receptions, you pair those two, you got to get something close to like 300 plus 300 just from a safe parlay that could happen. I'm telling you, you notice that I'm doing shows with cricket, man. I'm becoming conservative when it comes to my parlays. You know what I mean, dude? It's
bro, he'll suck you into the real conservative betting.
Yeah,
and then you'll hang out with E for 5 minutes. And he'll ruin that. He'll break you.
Yep.
Those are kind of my favorites there that I'm looking at. There's probably some more, but I'm telling you, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm also going to pick the Chiefs at plus 3. Minus 3. I'm sorry.
If you put that with the AJ Brown stuff, then you get the anti-correlation boost. Then
look at that.
When you take like the Chiefs to win and an Eagles player to score a touchdown, the fact that they don't correlate together does something with the algorithm that it really boosts up the odds.
Yeah, definitely do something like that. I'll be Sunday morning, man, your boy's going to be there on fire. Oh man, it's gonna be good, man. I mean, what do you? Oh, look at this. McCormick has a nice one here. Ready? Both teams to score a TD and a field goal in both halves, plus 1,200. That's something.
a phenomenal bet.
That's
this
very
dude
possible.
Hey, Eric, we might have found
I
your
like
counterpart here.
Yep, he likes
guy-
all those same
This
kind
guy
of.
digs like you do.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm big on the both teams score over 20 points and both teams a field goal and a touchdown, or all teams one rushing touchdown, stuff like that. I like Devonta Smith too, provided this
Yes, Devontae Smith.
hamstring groin thing isn't an issue.
Now you got to
He's
watch it
from
closely.
New Orleans. I didn't know
know
that.
Me neither.
He's played in this building twice. Once with Alabama,
Okay.
once with the Eagles. When they played LSU, he caught 8 for 231 and 3 touchdowns. Then they had a road game versus the Saints with the Eagles. He caught 7 for 79 on 10 targets. He might have some of this whatever voodoo magic they got down there.
I mean, right now, the percentage of bets are on the Eagles, but the money is pretty much almost down the middle.
Yep. This is just like last year's Super Bowl. Nobody knows for sure.
It's the wool over your eye kind of shit, right? You look at the Chiefs, right? What do they have? An aging Kelsey, right? They have Hollywood Brown, who barely played this year. Hopkins, who's been, he's over the hill, right? He didn't show up in the last. I mean, he hasn't done anything in the last couple games. It kind of like makes you think that you want to get that. I like the props on Hopkins because he should be able to like come out in this game. That's why they got him for. And Andy Reid's gonna try his best because that's what Andy Reid does. I mean, listen, if Kadarius Toney caught a fucking touchdown in the Super Bowl, all right, DeAndre Hopkins can catch one too, and you got to be damn sure that Andy Reid's gonna get him in the end zone, just because he's not damn good.
Those Hall of Fame veteran dudes always have the ability to pull out one game when they really need to. They can do it for one game. And that's what I was saying to myself in the car, though, today. The Eagles just have more dudes. Like when you line them up like at recess, they just have more dudes than Kansas City does. But Kansas City has a coaching advantage. So it's like this perfect. We're sick of the matchup. We're sick of these teams, but this is really the ideal Super Bowl for if you want a good football game. I would have also accepted Eagles, Bills though.
I would have accepted Chiefs Packers personally, but
that would be sweet.
Bills
Packers would have been amazing.
Yeah,
Bills Packers. Listen, your Packers might get Devontae Adams again. You know what I mean? It's rumors out there. Might landed with you guys.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs saying that they need the dude, right? They need a dude, right? They said you have a lot of dudes, but you don't have the dude. I don't know.
Yep. And I don't think T. Higgins is a one. I think he's he's a little better than the dudes we got, but he's not that.
He's not better. I think he's got a year on them.
But here's the thing, dude. He's going again. We're going from playing an offense that is catered to pass the football heavily, right? That's why you need a Higgins there. What's going to happen when he's not playing? And I'm not throwing shit at Love. Love is a hell of a quarterback. I wish we had him and the Giants. I mean, shit, I wish we had a quarterback, period. At this point, I fucking throw the football myself if they call me. But it's one of those things that what's going to happen when he's not playing with Joey Buckets, you know what I mean? Who's one of the best quarterbacks in the damn NFL when healthy, of course. You know what I mean? So I like Higgins, but I hope my Giants don't break the bank on him. I want my Giants to tank horribly next year for the Arch Manning sweepstake. All right, that's who I want.
I think you're going to draft Jalen Milroe. That's who Malik Neighbors.
Oh shit, man! I want. If you ask me, there's no sure hit quarterback in this draft. It's not like last year, right? If Cam Ward, because I saw Cam play a lot this year, in Miami. If Cam Ward lands, I'd rather him over Shedeur.
You can't let your second string wide receiver draft your quarterback.
That's you're right. You're really right about that. Oh, fellas, man. Yeah, man. What you were saying? Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know how B. McCormick feels about the first score being a field goal. I was looking back at the last 10 Super Bowls, and 7 of them, a field goal was the first score. I think it's only plus 130 though.
Okay.
So I don't know if I don't know. Only if B. McCormick
McCormick is gonna be definitely next year heavily involved, man. He's already buying in on mics and iPads and shit like that. He's trying to set up his shit, dude. He already told me he's gonna. So we're gonna see him a lot next season, right, McCormick? I mean, he's getting ready to be on the show, man. And let me tell you something, dude. I already got the intro. McCormick's picks. It just makes sense, right? It rhymes, right? Yeah. Fucking put it in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, these are really good picks. These are fun picks.
Yeah.
I don't know how much McCormick. I don't know how much you dig into to the movement of the numbers as it comes, but I love these fucking props.
No, dude,
they're absolutely phenomenal.
He hits some balls, man. I've seen him because he joins our show. He's nice enough to like throw him out there in the comments, right in the chat, and dude, he hits him. He fucking hits him, bro. He hits a lot of these.
I'm gonna play all of these.
He hits a lot of these plus 600 and plus 700 parlays.
I'm 100%
55 to 1 defensive prop. If you want,
what you got there?
Say it again.
I got a 55 to 1 defensive prop here.
Let's see it.
Milton Williams.
Okay.
Over 0.5 sacks. He's lining up next to Jalen Carter, who's probably going to get double teamed. He's going to have the weakest offensive lineman dealing with him. And according to Greg Cosell, who knows football better than possibly anybody alive, this Milton Williams kid has been playing excellent throughout the playoffs. He's third on the team in sacks, but he doesn't have a sack yet in the playoffs. And Chris Jones, over half a sack, that seems to be a given. I mean, they got the second string center in there. Chris Jones is going to come up with a sack on some third down. And then Quinyon Mitchell have an interception. That by itself is like 720 plus 725. And you see it all the time in the playoffs. These young corners get hot and they're almost like pitchers or goalies. They just start having excellent Sam Shields did it for the Packers. You've seen a couple dudes do it for Baltimore, the Steelers, stuff like this. I think he could snag one. And you put all those three together, you get 54 to 1. But I like the interception by itself. Zach Baun interception is like 15 or first interception. Zach Baun is 24 to 1. That's a tipped pass at the line. Maybe he's going to be covering Kelsey and possibly Noah Gray. Those guys are going to see some targets. And this Baun kid has been all over the place. I just started paying attention to him during the playoffs because I was taking his over tackles and assists, and it's like 7.5, and you get 10. It's 8.5, and you get 10. And I don't understand. The Saints let this kid go. I don't know why. Everybody who evaluated him and advised that you let him leave should be fired. But this kid's awesome. And he reminds me of a Van Ginkel. Like, he's just always there. He's always around the ball. So
that's a good comparison.
If a pass gets tipped or somebody gets hit and the ball flies out, there's a good chance this dude's going to be right there. And he's got the awareness.
Question for you fellas. Super Bowl plans. What do you guys got going on? Any specifically? Where I'm going is usually going to be 50 people at least.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's huge.
I'm going to sit and watch the game, hear the game. I'll watch the game at home. My daughter will probably watch the first half with me, and then probably the Kendrick Lamar halftime show and tell me who all the people are and if they're relevant or not. And then she'll probably go to bed, and I'll watch the second half with my popcorners and immerse. The second half is always bittersweet for me because it's the best football, but it's also the last football. And it's so hard to just enjoy the Super Bowl and not think about the long swim ahead to the next football.
Dude, mine is wild, right? Because we have $5 box, squares. Yeah, it's a shitload of fucking squares. So it's $5 a pop.
Oh, yeah.
I get there at 4:30 because my brother is a chef. We go to my best friend's house who I've known since 7th grade, and we're family. And my brother is the one that, he's like, they get up early, bro. As a matter of fact, we even roasted a pig one year. I think I sent you guys a picture one year. You know what I mean? It's like my brother's doing that shit at 7 o'clock in the morning.
We're marinating.
We're the day before he does it in an oven. He's roasting it, on a brick oven that he has outside, and he takes that to the place. And we do a bunch of it's like a mixture of like a bunch of different foods, man. And I'm telling you, first beer in hand around 4:30. And usually that's why I don't go to work the next day. I'm there until like midnight. Like my wife meets me there, kids go, they leave. And I'm still there, you know what I mean? And we end up like just talking shit afterwards. And it's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's time to catch an Uber home, man. But
you got to take tomorrow off.
I don't take one. I'll tell you. Been doing it for 7 years, man. After I hit 40, hasn't hit the same, man. I can't go to work the next day. It's just one of those things.
Nope. You either got to kick off at 5 p.m. or
Yep.
I got to take the next day off. One of the two.
I'm telling you, man. Oh man, well, fellas, man. I mean, there you go. You shout out to you shouting out there, Heather.
I would tell him, B. McCormick, this was our political podcast. Our co-host is Heather, but to go check out her website because
she's awesome.
She's got shirts that you're gonna love, McCormick.
Yes,
and repeal the 19th is in there, and that's where the Crick's name. That's where all that came from. In fact, we sent his girlfriend Mercedes a repeal the shirt off this website.
Really?
That's our homegirl Heather, and you'll love her, McCormick.
Heather rules.
We do Patriots and Petticoats with her. It's another show here on Rumble, but it's all politics, no sports.
Now, guys, talking about shows, man. Are you bringing back Wake and Break next season?
Yeah, I want to.
I think
I want to start back with Patriot Sports Radio here. I think we can get that done pretty quick.
I got a list of topics here. I've been
yeah, we need to bring that back, man.
Yes, we need to do Wake and Rake. B. McCormick needs to be on that show, a staple. That should be a show that B does with us, and he's just a part of, not like he came in, but started it, part of it, like jump in at beginning of the season. And let's we could have some fun with that.
Yeah, man. It's funny, man. The beginning of the season, it's like it just flashes before your eyes. I remember when Cricket and I did our first recap on Monday. I'm like, holy shit, man! It's like all of a sudden we're done because we're talking about Super Bowl.
Dude,
it flies by, man. It flies by, man. So,
I mean, man, the Florida Man games now. We got to talk about that.
What was that?
You got the Florida Man games, like an Olympic event
really?
where they run from real cops and they have to run like 100-yard dash carrying a catalytic converter. We need to do shows about things.
Those are great, man. I mean, listen, the Florida Man shit is real. I mean, I've been living down here for 21 years, man. I didn't know what that meant until I moved down here. It is legit, dude. And I mean, you know what's great about Florida, man? It doesn't discriminate any part of Florida. It could be like the Boondocks, and it could be in Miami. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't. It's just a thing, bro. It doesn't matter what part of Florida. Somebody's doing something that's Florida man like. You know what I mean? It's hilarious.
We tried to go visit a state park or a river or something. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw Bobby Boucher's house.
Probably did. Dude, that's the great thing about living in Florida. I would never want to leave because you are in a state where you have two different coasts of beaches, right? You got the West Coast, you got the Atlantic, you got the Gulf of Mexico, but then you got so many things in the middle. You know what I mean? Just to do. If you like hunting, if you like rivers, if you like lakes, you got that in Central Florida. Same thing. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like I renounced my New York card so long ago. It's not even funny. It's like, you know, I think I even lost the accent too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm so down here forever. You gotta fucking deport me, dude. You know what I mean? Which is not gonna happen.
Hey, you seeing this shit? Hunt to have 10+ rush yards in each quarter, plus 600. That's a ridiculous great bet, and I bet my book does not offer that. That's probably, you know, it would have to be in a state that it's legal at.
You know,
because our store's not gonna have that good shit.
I found a couple of those on Bovada too. Juju Hopkins and Noah Gray all have 25 receiving yards. It's 25-1. All of them have 40 is 250-1. This one is my favorite. Saquon and Pacheco each to have 25 receiving yards and 1 touchdown each. That is 100-1.
That's one you
way more likely than a 1% chance.
Hey, I feel like every damn year though we do this, and they all these bets just feel like they're supposed to win.
That's the fun about betting, dude.
I'll tell you though, last year, after last year's betting segment, the one we're going to record tomorrow at 11.
Okay.
Or me and Eric, we crushed it last year. Absolutely smoked.
Kyle Juszczyk first reception, 40-1. Andrew Robb brought that.
Fuck it. Hey, that was
phenomenal. You guys had remember that. You guys hit that, bro. The first reception for college, unreal. Yeah. It's a lot. That's, you know, it's fun. The Super Bowl. That's what we live for an entire season. You know,
it's just it's an emotional roller coaster because it's fun and we're gonna party all day, and then when it's over, it's the fucking dry season, bro.
Yep, it is, man. You know, we get to. I'll focus on basketball for a little bit. Cricket and I, man, are actually on a little streak of we've gone or a streak of having a lot of these young NFL prospects, from smaller schools and stuff like that on the show. We've done back-to-back weeks with some guys from Division I small schools and stuff like that we've been able to get a hold, and we got 2 more next week as well. We got one on Monday, a dude from Warner University. We got another guy on Wednesday from Long Island University. I mean, these are all guys that come from small schools, got an invitation to a bowl, bowled out, and then all of a sudden, boom, now they got invited to another bowl, and then some teams.
I watched some of that.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a couple of guys next week. Love the stories, man. And one thing I can say, man, it goes back to kind of reassurance, right, of the next generation kind of being a little more level-headed than what we've experienced. The middle one after us, right, or so more about the millennials. They'll have a good head over their shoulders. Every single dude that we're interviewed, because they have to work for their spot in school. They have to transfer. They have to, and every single one of them got a degree. They're gonna eventually probably not get drafted, but get invited to camps, right? Because they're gonna be unrestricted free agents, and they'll make a roster somewhere because they're that talented, right? But it's such a great, kind of like it's heartwarming to see these kids, show the work ethic, right? But also the ethics, right? The right values, man. And you could tell they all came from really good families that really push that work ethic on them, man. It's
had
really
good coaches in their life.
Exactly. They all thank their coaches, you know what I mean, of how many they have because they help them make better and understand the game and help them elevate the game, and all that kind of stuff. So
which leads to life.
Absolutely.
Yep.
At least, yep. It's one of those things that most of these, the guys that have the gifts, right, are superior athletes, take that for granted.
Absolutely.
They
don't have to work.
Granted.
It's not that they don't work because they do. But they don't have to work as hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of them end up, not having a plan B. And when football is over because of an injury or whatever the case may be, you have guys that just don't make it in life after that.
There's no other club in the bag. Yeah.
That's it, man. That's great analogy. No other club in the bag, man. Especially me when I play. I get so frustrated that I throw my shit all over the place. So
yeah. I think that's the point of the game.
No, it is. Look, when I golf, it's I have a cooler that I sneak in because over here they're a pain in the ass with that shit. So 6-7 beers in one. My brother brings his own cooler as well that we sneak in. It goes in the back. Another 6-7 beers. I smoke 2 cigars, one in the front, one in the back 9. And it's a great day, 4-hour day out there. Just having fun. Frustrating, but at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, I guess I'll do this next month again.
Yeah, I could do this again. Exactly.
I'll do it again next month, man. I'll see you guys. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I shot a 120.
Nope.
There was that one drive that I was like, man, look at that shit, bro. I think if I could do that in every hole. Oh, boys, I anything else you want to pop off here? You got any more bets? I think we kind of cover almost everything, man.
Can I get one halftime prop from?
Absolutely, bro. Throw it in there, man.
What do you got there? You got one?
I don't
have anything
at the halftime props yet, but I'm going to tonight, so I have some for the morning.
So tomorrow what will we be on?
Where are you guys going to be at?
That's going to air Sunday.
But what's that show?
That is TSS. Wake Up with TSS Super Bowl Spectacular Extravaganza.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Super Bowl
like
Spectacular Extravaganza.
Something along those lines.
It'll be on YouTube. It'll be a big show. It'll be.
You guys are recording, not live. You're not doing it live.
Oh yeah, we're recording a bunch of segments. Okay. Deb's got her credentials. She's on Radio Row for it right now. So a lot of that segments will be inside of on Radio Row.
Gotcha.
It'll be cool. We'll have fun.
Very nice, man. Well, let me know when it comes up, man. I'll definitely watch for sure.
And Wake and Rake will reemerge.
That's what I wanted to hear, man.
Week 1 of
Rising
the NFL
like a
season.
phoenix.
Yeah.
September.
B. McCormick, get your shit together and get your desk and your mic. If you need help with any of it, hit me up on Twitter. I'll hook you up.
Oh, he got a couple over here. You guys, he likes Cooper DeJean for interception here too, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's Barkley's best right. It's him. It's Barkley's birthday. I forgot about that.
Oh,
that's right. It's their birthday.
That's the deal.
Barkley's birthday.
Barkley's birthday as well.
That's
and so was
an
DeJean.
angle you want to live on. That's a hill that fucking Eric
Now-
will fucking die.
Now I
on.
got to spend 3 hours tomorrow figuring out how many guys have played in a Super Bowl on their birthday.
Jason
Wow.
Sehorn is proud.
God.
Hey, Jason Sehorn is proud of having a couple of DBs back there, a couple of white boys who hit hard and also athletic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is great time for Jason Sehorn.
Jason
He's
should
feeling
come out of his, Jason Sehorn was a badass. I remember with the Giants.
Parlay it. Hey, I feel like B McCourt, we're just not going to be right without him on the show. So,
Nope.
I mean, just you screaming parlay it. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to list all your fucking casinos you're banned on the back, and on the front of the shirt, it's going to say just parlay it.
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm about to do.
What are they gonna do? Ban you?
Well,
Nope.
they can't. No,
I'm going to put that shit on the website. That's just going to be there quick.
that's fun, bro. That's really, really fun.
Yeah.
Oh man. Boys and girls. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you coming on, man. Good. This is a good, entertaining hour and a half. I've been meaning to have you guys on. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys had a lot of stuff going on in your personal lives,
Bro.
You know,
It's fucking crazy.
I mean, just by the look at your fucking computer screens. You texted me the other day. You know, I see that. It's one of the reasons you've been disconnected a little bit. But
I have been.
You know,
sometimes you got to. I had to put the family first for a second. And make some
absolutely.
moves. And we did that, and now we'll just jump back in the saddle. That's how
There
it
we
works.
go, man. That's the great thing about that's good about this country, bro. You know, you could rebuild. You could always rebuild and come back stronger.
And you know,
do stuff.
you guys are the best. I've made the best friends through podcasting, and we can step out for a minute, jump right back in. We're all still connected. I love it. It's just it's a family.
It is, man. It is. I'm telling you, man. Before I met you guys, right? I like there was audio, right? I never did, video. Did not live stream. And go in, do my thing, record it, cut it, right? Go directly. I don't do audio anymore, bro. I don't even fucking download this shit and put it in the audio. It's all video now. Because of you guys, when I met you at the trenches and me going on your shows, that's when I said, you know what? I need to start going live. I need to start going live. And start getting. It's one of those things that it's just the way that it is now, right? It's everybody.
It takes a lot of time out of it too.
It does,
and it forces you just to get better.
Yeah, it does.
It does because you have to.
It does.
Yep.
Oh,
Chris
man.
dragged me kicking and screaming into video. Now it's the only way.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Sometimes
shades. Come on.
I like those, man. I wear sunglasses.
Yeah,
at
you
night,
just
man.
gotta create a brand.
No, it is, man. Tell everybody where they can find you guys, man. All right, on your social medias and stuff like that, and what's popping, what's coming up. Go ahead, man.
He said I have gout from so much winning. I love McCormick. This guy's legit.
No, he is legit. He's a real MVP, bro.
I'm at PSR host guy on the Twitter right there, like it says.
Yeah, get that shit right in your fucking post, E.
My bad.
You always jack his name up.
My bad. My bad. Oh man. Well, fellas, much luck. All right, on your bets. All right, for the Super Bowl. Enjoy yourselves. You know what I mean. Congratulations on your car, and your wife is probably super happy. You just got yourself out of the doghouse probably for another 6 months.
She said
calendar
name,
year probably.
Oh, great calendar year. She said name TBD will be named after Trump. So we'll see what the car's named pretty soon.
There we go. Nice, man. My wife named hers Red Hot.
I like it. I like that. That was red hot too.
It was red.
That screen's fucking bigger than my living room TV.
It's pretty crazy, dude. I'm not I'm not a big you know how I am with vehicles. Not a big electric guy, but my wife knows how to sell me well. When she busted out the spreadsheet, dude, showing the value. I mean, we got a great deal on this fucking car. It's the only reason we bought it. It was one of those Black Friday deals, man. They were giving them away technically, so I was like, all right, we still had a lot of equity on our fucking minivan, so we were like, it's big change. So we just
like it though.
She loves it, dude. I mean, the fucking thing drives
Florida's
itself.
phenomenal, right?
It is.
You couldn't have that. Like when it's -20, people don't drive that
Tesla. No, you don't want to have that in the cold, dude. You're crazy. It's just gonna turn on. Hell no, bro. That's for a warm climate
down
weather.
in Florida, wow. It's no gas. Is it no gas?
No, it's all electric. Yeah, we right now, because when you buy it, they give us 4 free months of supercharging. So even though we got a charger at home, that means that you know the areas where you go charge them, they charge you for supercharging, right? It's still
is it charging and supercharging two different
supercharged. You can charge it quicker. You get 80% like in 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's funny because when you look at everything, you can see it on an app, right? So we had a van, right? It was we had an Odyssey. You fill that shit up, it's like $60, right? This thing, full tank, $12 if you were going to pay for it. And we do have a charger at home, which is a slow charge, and we're going to start using it more once that free supercharging goes away. I want to take advantage of all the free shit, which is until April. So, we'll plug it in the house now if it's something.
Did they come and install that, E?
No. I bought the charger, and I got my own installer. My uncle's an electrician, bro. So all I needed to do was buy him a 12-pack and fucking grill us some steaks. Over.
Perfect.
Oh, he installed it. It's
Yep.
easily installed.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
electric.
yeah. You got it. Yeah, I mean, we had the panel, we had the opening. He got everything they needed. It was a space for it too. Apparently, my house had it, which is good. So I didn't have to like drill any
Nice.
holes or anything. Came in, installed it, and that's it, man. He saved my ass like $600
Yeah.
because that's probably how much, anywhere between $600-700 to install a Tesla charger at your house. So
Nice. Okay.
so.
Yeah, I was just curious about that. I mean, obviously, you save that time and time over and over.
It's
and over.
It's mainly local driving. Take the kids to school.
Yeah.
My kids go
You
to
have
different
another vehicle, right?
Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, we do. No, we have a gas vehicle. I mean, remember,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I drive 70 miles round trip to go to work, right? So my car is also very fuel efficient. I got a hybrid. I got a Hyundai Elantra that's a hybrid. You know what I mean? Which is still fuel, but
Yeah.
it goes back and forth. That shit, I got like 50 fucking miles to the gallon. You know what I mean? It's insane. So it's one of those things. Don't get me wrong. I want an SUV so bad, man, but it doesn't make any sense with all the driving that I do. You know what I mean? So eventually, when things slow down and if I get a job closer, which is not going to happen anytime soon, I'm good at where I'm at. We'll eventually get one. But right now, man, I mean, we're happy with the Tesla. Let me tell you something, dude. Elon knows what the fuck he's doing. I mean, that autopilot shit, it's insane. The fucking thing,
work.
bro.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something. I wasn't a fan because I'm like, I don't believe in anything driving itself,
Yeah.
right? Remember, I work in the solid waste industry, dude. We need drivers. You know what I'm saying, dude? I manage an operation of 50 people, and it's the fourth most dangerous, occupation, right? When it comes to fatalities.
Yep.
And when this thing, bro, we turned it on, and that shit started you still got to keep your hands close to the wheel, but that shit was turning on its own. You put the address, it takes you straight there. I mean, this thing is speeding up and slowing down and stopping at the light, making the right, stopping at the stop sign. I'm like, holy shit, man. I was floored by that.
Did it feel good? Was it smooth or was it jerky?
It's smooth. It's smooth. So you got different options. So you got a chill option where the car will slow down, stay in one lane more, then you have it's called a standard option, right? Which is it goes in, it'll do a little more maneuver. And then you got a fucking aggressive, they call it something else. That one, you got to fucking hold yourself on. Cause this motherfucker is going the speed limit of the traffic. So as people are going,
not the signs.
No. Let me tell you something, bro. This shit's going over 15 over the speed limit. You know what I mean? Depending on how many, the driving, she drove it to Fort Myers, which is 2 hours all the way from the house. Put it on fucking, every once in a while, the traffic, you might want to take it off, but she drove it 90% of the time. It autopilot itself all the way for that trip, a 2-hour trip. It's fucking wild.
That's fucking crazy. That would take some getting used to for me. And I'm a fucking knuckle dragger. I drive a big old 4x4 diesel.
I still want a manual transmission.
Yes.
It's funny.
McCormick, are you into Palmetto State Armory? They sponsor Heather. That's why. And I build all my guns, all my AR builds, AK builds, 9mm, dagger, Gen 3, anything Glock Gen 3, all out of Palmetto State Armory. In fact, I have 3 boxes upstairs. I just got a new slide for my new compact micro dagger, which is going to be my new EDC. I'm going to try it on for a little bit. I'm waiting for a holster to come in as well. But I did just purchase the Alias system with this. So I have never used that for my everyday carry system. And I just got my new Vertex Gamut bag for my new Jackal 308 Blackout for my wife saying, hey, we're going to go to the parade, and I'll grab that bag. Okay. Got you.
Hey, man,
it's got smoke bombs, flashbangs, fucking CS grenades. I can get us out of a crowd if I need to.
All you're missing is a bunker, dude. And you're the house I'm staying at.
I got a
Yeah, the shit goes down. There's one place I'm going.
Yeah, we're going to Chris's house, dude. We're heading out there, man. I mean, shit.
I want to FaceTime McCormick and bring you into my gun room, my build room.
You did tell me about that the last time, that all the stuff that you do.
Eric's gonna see it tomorrow.
Yeah,
it hasn't been over since we remodeled and put it in.
So all right, so you guys are going back. You're gonna do a little. You gonna record at the studio, baby, at the Patriot Sports Studio.
Yeah,
Eric's gonna come in.
Nice, very nice, man. Hey, man, it's much needed. All right, it's much needed, man. You guys
the
definitely
world
get
needs it.
They need it, man. I mean, it's even though you don't have to advocate as bad as it was before, but it's still needed. Common sense in sports is still needed because you still got juggernauts like ESPN who are gonna try to do the same bullshit over and over again. You know what I mean? So
hey, we got 5 seconds. Can I run upstairs and grab my new Jackal? I want to show McCormick.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah, might as well, man. Hey, man, it's Friday night. I have nothing else to do, man. I mean, kids are in bed. Wife in there chilling. You know what I mean? I still got a roach. I still got to end this. You know what I'm saying? So I got time.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Don't tell people that we don't roach cigars, bro. We do. You see that? This is the best. This is the best part of the smoke right here. Believe it. This is the best part right here. This is what hits you, right here, man.
Oh.
You know, a brewski and this in your hand. You know, I almost busted out the wine bottle, but I'm not gonna do that. That's maybe looks a little too much of a pussy. You know, so
Yep. By the time you're down to the nub, everybody's gone to bed.
Yep.
You're just in the backyard by yourself and your thoughts.
we do. Yeah, this is the best time of the year for me to do this, man. In the summertime, it's like when me and Jim does it, I'm like, listen, dude, you're smoking by yourself. Way too fucking hot to be out here. You know, it's like when it's like 90. Oh, look at that. McCormick, you're in for a treat, my friend.
All right, B. McCormick. So I'm trying to get a backpack up. So I get the fucking SP Tac back pistol brace on a 10.5 5.56. It's still pretty long. Wasn't in love with it. It's a nice gun. I got the Sig Romeo Juliet combo for the magnifier 3 times. But then Palmetto State said, no, Chris, you need a 300 blackout. Look at this bad motherfucker.
Holy shit.
With the laser. I got you, homie. And with the folder, right? So we just fold it out and we got the Hollis and red dot right there. We ready to fucking get on target right now, baby. Fold it up, goes right into the backpack, comes out.
I feel bad for it. I feel bad for anybody that tries to break in, man. It's gonna be the last house that person's gonna try to rob.
That's a nice side discharge on that.
They're not even gonna make it to the couch.
No, they won't. They won't. You
Fuck them up, boy. Blind them and kill them. Every one of them.
You say blind them and kill them. Yeah. You know, it does.
This is a nice. This is a regular. It's got a nice radiant charging handle.
I don't understand any arguments against the flashlight. Why? Who would think a flashlight is a bad idea? It's such an advantage.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
If I can blind you, shit, it's on. But yeah, this is a great gun. The Jackal from PSA. This is their proprietary design. Phenomenal. I've ran it. It runs super subs. Suppresses nice. It's got the gas block right here, adjustable. If you want to throw a suppressor on it in real time, pop, tink, tink.
And they wanted to take
this on suppressors down in Florida. No taxes on anything.
Yeah, freedom fucking summer, baby.
Yeah, it is, man. So, you know, hey, man, you might lose Eric to Florida maybe in probably the next coming years, Chris. You know what I mean? You might want to start.
I know.
You might want to start looking at some property, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, now,
and there's now that you got a little snow, there's some snowbirds who are freaking out and possibly selling at a discount.
That's what you want, the inventory right now. Like, that's what we need. We need inventory because that's the reason why everything's so expensive. Because, you know, but a lot of the people that made their move during COVID, because some of the laws are changing and stuff like that, they're getting the F out. So, you know, it rose the price. I mean, an insane increase. It was great for the economy, but it increased a lot of the cost of living here where it wasn't the case. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. No, like Chris, I'm telling you, man, when he moves down here, right? You come and you visit, right? You got spots to stay,
we'll switch from Arizona to Florida. It's probably already happening. We are going to buy a retirement home. We were looking in Arizona. I think we're totally out on that. I'm sure it's going to be Florida, 100%.
Yep.
I mean, that's where like Kate's mom's friends are all going. Yep. You know, that's where we'll be.
You're not going to regret it, brother.
No.
You're not going to regret it, man. Trust me. This is a New Yorker that hasn't regretted, man, in 21 fucking years, bro. It's like
we have offices down there. I can work down there.
Oh, dude,
you got that Rumble House down there?
That's true.
They do. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's in Miami, right?
Is it in Miami?
I think so.
Really? But I'm telling you, it's where Eric was staying. I love that area. That is the best area to go and retire.
It's pretty chill.
It's pretty chill. It is away from, and again, beautiful beaches. And you're like in the middle, and you could go up north. You know, you go to Pensacola, go to the Panhandle, the most beautiful beaches. You know, Destin, Pensacola. I mean, they're gorgeous. They're like, you know, turquoise water, white sand. It's like you feel it in the Caribbean, dude. You know, and I've been to a shitload of beaches in the Caribbean, and I've traveled a lot because I'm a big beach guy. But when I went to visit my my wife's family, extended family lives there, and I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know we had this in the U.S. You know, that kind of water, that kind of sand. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So
phenomenal. Yeah, we'll be down. I'm sure we'll be down there. It ain't gonna be Arizona. Hey, McCormick, the 30-06. We could go down the long game. Fucking, I got some guns upstairs that'll blow your fucking mind, dude. That'll phenomenal shooting weapons. But I will tell you that if you're really into 2A content, that kind of stuff, hit up Heather.
Yeah, she's
Patriots
good.
Petticoats, and
Yep.
she puts on the live indie puck every
Mhm.
October. You can absolutely come down. We just go down and camp and shoot for 3 days. Everybody Palmetto State Armory comes down. They bring all their concept guns. It's
Liberty Happy Hour is going to start in 5 minutes, ain't it?
Is it Friday? It absolutely is. Also on X, look for Liberty Happy Hour in Spaces. That comes on here in a minute. And
Yes,
that's
she does.
I'll
She's
be
really-
in there.
She's really good. No, Heather is the best, man. Heather is the best, man. She does such great things, man. She's always been a great
She
mouth.
loves Delio.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. She's
Yeah,
amazing. Dude.
Yeah,
talk
'cause-
about somebody that's really smart, right, down to earth. You know what I'm saying,
Yep.
man? It's like, in this world, man, you just need to have common sense. All right,
That's right.
And it just doesn't. That's all you need in life, man. You're right.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of it in the last 10 years.
She does. She runs in the 2A community and 1A. She's an absolutist, very constitutionalist,
Yep.
very down to earth American.
I don't know anybody more absolute than Heather.
Oh,
No, she means it. Yeah, that's who
she does. She does. She does, man. She's amazing. It's actually a great account to follow, man, because
Her handle is. I'll type it in there at literally Heather. Right?
Yep, literally Heather on X.
Yeah. Oh no, it's at Shouse. I think.
Oh, shout. Okay.
Her name's
Hey,
at literally Heather.
Yeah, literally Heather is there. It's her I guess her account name.
Yes, that's right.
That's what you got. That's how you.
Definitely.
That's how you all met her, bro. You got to bring Wake and Rake back. You got to start bringing these people back into your world, man. That's it was all Wake and Rake originated.
She would say that she misses. She would listen to us and cook breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
She's like, I miss Eric mornings. Yep,
Yeah.
phenomenal show. I love this show. Shouts 34. That's what it is. Shouts 34.
That's it.
That's what it is. 6 assists. Damn you, De'Aaron Fox.
If you click on her profile and go into her pop with me and then click into Palmetto State Armory, that's her link, and you can get some sick deals in there.
She definitely puts up a lot of good deals.
Yeah, she's their #1 affiliate, so they give her like special deals. So she's the good one to follow because it's cheaper when you click on her links legitimately. I know, and I buy a lot of shit. Spend a lot of money on guns.
Now that you mentioned the Aaron Fox with some assist there, man, let me take a look at my fucking price picks here because I did put a ticket in today for some basketball. Let me see where we're at. Yep, they didn't fucking hit. It fucking good thing. It's the it's a Flex Friday where it's protected play. So I put in the max, which is like $20, to win 200. But yeah, did not work out well.
Hey, you'll have that.
Yeah, Chris Paul, man, he fucked me up. Chris Paul fucked me up, and so did Emmanuel quickly. He decided to go over today when he usually has been under fucking 70% of the time. That little bastard.
It's so hard to fucking bet the NBA, and some of these games will be betting the under, and it's like 170, and they fucking 163. Jesus!
But it's one of the sports though, bro, that people bet a lot because there's so many fucking games. You know what I mean? And there's so many different angles and so many different. Yeah, props is crazy. You could mix up so much props with the games that it does. You get into a nice streak. I got into a nice streak this year, and then all of a sudden you definitely get into a cold one. So it's one of those things that you got to take the good ones with the bad ones as long as you stay even.
The gut with the butt, baby.
Yep, absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, boys and girls. And we could say girls now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's okay to say girls and boys. Males and females.
They are two different things, and we're okay with that.
You got a penis.
Boys have penises, girls have vaginas.
Exactly.
I knew that. I already knew that.
Yep. Thank you,
Kindergarten
cop. Yep. Thank you, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thanks, Schwartz.
Fucking sellout. Even though he ran he fucking ran as a Republican, was a Republican as a governor, and guess what? He's far from it.
Yeah,
they really put the squeeze on a lot of people. I can't wait till all this shit comes out so we can figure out how they were squeezing all of these people to make them do this.
Yeah,
because some of it was really obvious.
It was.
You don't believe that, dude. You don't believe that. So I want to know where the tentacles all reach as this goes. We're 12 days in and we've learned a lot. What's 24 days going to look? You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, it's gonna be a lot when we start seeing, and I mentioned this earlier, when we start seeing elected officials leaving in handcuffs, all right, because they violated every single law, You know what I mean? In regards to, using their connections for their own benefit, right? To make wealth, which is against the charter. It's against what they serve for, because, they swore by that. It's gonna
Every
happen.
fucking one of them went in there with no money and on a public servant salary and
Yep.
are multi-millionaires.
Math doesn't
I
matter.
want to watch them all come out. Like I said, I don't care what the fucking letter is by their name.
Both sides have done it, man. Both sides have done it.
We
Both
have
sides
to
have done it.
clean house. We have to have a reckoning. We have to have a come to Jesus meetings and breathe through it, and then come out the other side and build this and put it back right.
Yep.
It's only one way to do it, and it doesn't take 2.5 million government workers. I can tell you that.
No, absolutely not. It doesn't take 2.5 million government workers, and that's the thing, man. That's always been the government. Has always been waste, right? You have the waste always been there. It's just now it's gone outrageous and uncontrollable because they're making it obvious too, which is the crazy part.
Hey, McCormick, you better get your fucking mic, dude. He's also got a Trump voice. What are we doing?
We got billions.
What are we
with a
doing?
P that we're missing?
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, he's such a great find, man. He's he came over through he's big. He watches cricket and Game On. You know what I mean? That's how he landed with us. So yeah, it's great, man. Shout out to Cricket and Will, man. They've been crushing it up in that channel, dude.
Boy,
every show I've done with any of you guys, B. McCormick has been here.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
tell you
awesome.
that those guys are the fucking model of consistency over there.
They are.
Yep.
And Game On, bro. He is what you call a fucking gamer, man. He gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He is unreal, man. He is unreal. Doesn't matter, but newborns, twins. He's out there doing the show, man. At 4 o'clock in the morning, he makes it work. He's a great dude. He's good at what he does, man. And the consistency is key. And man, they found something good in that over there up in the Rumble, man. And shout out to them, bro. They
love them, love those guys.
Perfect for Rumble.
Yeah, man.
That's
Crick
perfect.
will be on. Crick will be on with us tomorrow, just so you know.
All right,
nice,
man.
Andrew Robb too.
Hey, are you available tomorrow at 11 o'clock your time?
11 o'clock my time. No, I won't be able. Tomorrow it's kind of a packed day. That's why I kind of want to get this on tonight, man.
Your
tomorrow
weekends are like that.
Yeah, so it's funny when you notice I do everything on the weekdays. You know what I mean? It's like I do Monday night, and then I do this one every other week with my buddy Jim, who couldn't make it tonight. So it's kind of those things that is more of a weekday thing, just to get out of the way. Because the weekends, it's I like to spend a lot with my kids.
Time.
Yeah, it's my family time, man. It's the time that, bro, I'm turning 47 at the end of the month, man. It's these days are just going faster. Years are going faster, and when I see my kids grow, I'm like, holy shit, man, where did this go, man? And I one of those things that I promised. My dad used to work his ass off because he had to, right? Even though he spent time with us, but he wasn't available as much as he could. He had no choice, he had to pay debt, right, to bring us to this country. He had to put food on the table. He was a blue collar, get in the truck at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and be back home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. So I promised myself that if I had the opportunity to have a well-balanced life, make enough money to support my family, but still have the time with my kids and my wife, I said to myself that I would try my best, and that's why the weekends for me are precious. You know what I mean? And if you guys bring up Wake and Break, man, I'll make schedule changes. And I'll jump on like we used to.
Just Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings for football.
Yeah, man. I'll start going to mass on Saturday as much as I can. You know what I mean? So I can jump on there at 9 o'clock in the morning, like you guys used to do back in the day. So,
all right, brother.
All right, fellas. I appreciate you guys, man. Everybody follow these two gentlemen.
Be good.
McCormick, take care, brother. Hey. Peace out, gentlemen. And hey, we keep the fight and we just keep going, man.
Hell yeah.
Works for me.
Be good, guys.
Later.
I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.